Hello and welcome to Kairos Pro 2, coming live from our beautiful gym in Cambridge. I'm Tom Barlow, this is Chelsea Lee, and we are really excited to talk you through all the action. Today we have 10 of Europe's top under 55 kilo ladies who are going to be battling out in both gi and no gi, plus we have two awesome super fights set up. Let's take a look at the two groups that we have going on. In Group A we have Francesca Lana, Vivi, what's Vivi say? Rose El Sharouni, Ashley Bendle, and Lucy Wynne. In Group B, we have Raquel Ferreira, Hayley Valentine,
Emma Thompson, Libby Genge, and Moti.
And then we also have two super fights that are going to be set up. The first one is featuring two top up-and-coming juvenile blue belts.
Martha Fairfax and Valentina Pensavalle.
And then in our other super fight, we have European standouts Tommy Yip versus Daniel Degrroot. Both of those should be awesome, awesome fights. We're going to do a quick recap of the rules. So Kairos, apart from the juvenile match, is for under 10-minute rounds. And a coin toss is decides whether it's going to be yes-gi or no-gi at the start of every match. These are also live streamed on our Instagrams as well, so if you want to see what's coming up, you can. There are a couple of different ways to win. You can win by a submission. You can also win via points, so we use a single point system. And you can also win by a referee stoppage.
Yeah, well, if you win a match, you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for drawing a match. There are no refs decisions.
Yeah, and then the two competitors who get the most points in Group A and Group B go through to the final to compete for the prize money. So we are going to get started right about now. We're going to jump into our first match, which features Francesca Lana versus Ashley Bendle. And this is going to be in the no-gis. So we have Lana is in the all black. And we have Francesca's in the all black. And Ashley's in the shorts and the blue.
Okay, Ashley's coming back to this tournament for a second time in a more appropriate weight division for her. She fought up to the 65 kilo division last time, attacking the legs here. Fran's got some nice frames.
Yeah, Ashley doing that heavy pressure. This has become super popular in the no-gis now, where they're really trying to push through.
Nice step into this kind of reverse leg drag position. If she can, looks like she's trying to attack that toe hold pretty hard here. Fran's doing a good job keeping distance between the two of them. Ashley's getting tighter here.
Keep moving.
Okay. Good. So, looks like Ashley's working for the pass, or maybe the steam lock against the foot that's against the belly here.
Fran's doing a great job of retaining her guard using this underhook de la Hiva.
Like
she might go
position.
after the donkey guard / reversed close
Actually
guard.
Surprisingly heavy for 55 kilos.
You've also competed against her before, right? And she's she's quite tall for this division,
Yes,
right?
very
Although
tall.
Fran
Also looks quite tall
too.
division. I'd like to see Ashley start to stand up here.
Yeah.
Put some pressure forward. There we go.
This first match is always kind of a little bit tentative sometimes.
Yeah.
The cool thing for the girls particularly is they get another 3 matches minimum after this.
Fran trying to drag the arm across the body here. Ashley's got her knee tip inside though. She's going to be able to pop the knee through.
Yeah, if she can pressure the hips down a little bit.
I think Fran should probably be looking to open her guard here because I'm not sure that she's going to be able to...
I think, managed to get that gi back inside. Ashley's going to try and step over again.
Back to the
Fran
closer.
doing a good job of closing up that
decision
guard.
there.
A bit of a adjustment. So this Polaris is sponsored by 866 BJJ. sorry, this Kairos is sponsored by X6 BJJ.
Tom's done so many Polaris.
Yeah, I know. I can't get Polaris out of my head. Yeah, and Francesca going on that kind of De La Riva position.
Had no points scored yet.
Yeah.
These are quite
spin.
long matches, and they have
Nice
a lot
inversion.
of them to do.
Yeah, that becomes a bit of a factor as well. You know, and it's also a pretty quick competition.
Nice
Francesca
little
getting on the knee.
attempt on the knee here.
Nice. She's
Good.
going. Looks like she's
Ashley's
going
got
to.
the right.
So they've rolled out of bounds.
No heel hook attempt.
There was no heel hook attempt, so there's no point. But they're going to restart standing back up out of it. That was a beautiful entry from Fran.
Yeah,
Probably
really
the most
nice.
decisive movement of the match so far. She got a good bite on the leg.
Ashley's working with an underhook now, I think,
Yeah.
looking to maybe leg drag to that side.
Yeah, she's trying to smash. It's super hard when these people are so flexible. She's getting into that hip crease now.
I think dropping to her knees here is a mistake.
Yeah,
Fran's going to be able to get back underneath again.
yeah.
She's got a really nice knee bar entry.
Yeah, same entry again, using that K guard to go towards the knee.
Really struggling to get in on the hip high enough, though.
Yeah.
Ashley's a very
Ashley's looking towards
experienced
almost like the steamer lock here.
competitor.
You can see her putting the toes towards the stomach.
Yeah, she's made that attempt a couple of times. Fran has to be careful that she doesn't
Nice
get
jumping
tired.
back into that close guard. It's a very controlled performance by Fran. No, like close guard is really not the position that you kind of want to be stuck in most of the time, particularly in no-gi, because there's really very little that you can do. Fran again going for that underhook. She'll probably drop off to go towards the K.
Yeah, strong posture here from Ashley, though.
Yeah.
She's ready for that knee bar entry now.
Yeah. Fran, if she can get the angle, might be able to switch off towards the arm here. Ashley's posting quite high above the head, so it's a bit more challenging. Again, getting that knee back inside.
That knee entry is really good from Ashley.
Yeah.
I wish she would go forward with it, though, instead of sitting
Yeah,
to
I would like, you know, in all honesty, we're a few minutes into the match right now, and I would like Fran to be starting to come up on top as well. One of the problems if you're just solely a guard player, you don't ever have that threat of the person coming up on top of you.
To make them nervous about your passing.
Yeah.
I don't feel that Ashley's nervous about Fran's
No,
passing.
exactly. She can just kind of sit down and wait for a little bit of space. Again, you see the intensity getting a little bit heavier now. Ashley's a very seasoned competitor. She's been doing jiu-jitsu for a very long time. I think if I remember correctly, she started jiu-jitsu when she was like 3 or 4.
Yeah, she's one of the first kids to come through the UK scene, I think.
Yeah.
She's 28 now, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, she was
That's
one of
a
those
nice-
first kids to
nice,
be involved in jiu-jitsu. Really nice entry
Nice
again.
mobility here from Fran. She's doing a good job using her flexibility to do something other than just be
Yeah.
flexible. Oh,
Ashley
nice
really trying to
entry
drive the
from
pressure
Ash.
through.
Here.
It looks like she's doing a good job now, like taking Fran out of her game a little bit. You know, Ashley might have been, you know, as a seasoned competitor, you know pacing is a very important thing to do. She might have just been kind of feeling out Fran's game a little bit.
I think maybe also letting her get a little bit tired because all
Yeah.
these inversions take a lot of power to lift somebody with your hips
Yeah, you
and
can
your
see her
back.
now
You
getting
can
past.
see now she's
Really nice
struggling with
pressure.
the inversion. Ashley needs to keep that forward momentum so Fran
Yeah.
can't get back in on a leg.
Yeah, Ashley doing a good job now just shutting down that close guard.
Nice, beautiful. Now don't let stand up. Lay that hand straight away. Underneath my arm. Swim underneath your arm.
This close guard break is working really well for Ash.
I mean, you see that a lot in the women's jiu-jitsu, right? It's
Yeah.
it's a very
Yeah,
frequent
it's
thing.
a really effective guard break.
Yeah.
This is a nice lift there from Fran.
Yeah,
That
nice
was
recovery.
if
She needs to
Ashley
connect
had-
it into the next technique though, right?
Yeah, if Ashley had been able to connect to the head, though. Oh, nice little leg drag past here, too. But if Fran can get her leg in, she's back on that knee.
Yeah.
You can start working. Either go back to close guard or you can
Ashley has to be careful here because she's essentially in a triangle if Fran can bring her leg to the other side of the head. Oh, now she's got her arm free, so.
Yes, nice.
This heavy pressure is exhausting to deal with, even for flexible people.
Yeah.
You can hear Fran's voice is kind of labored.
Well, she's having a diaphragm
Yeah.
smashed into
Exactly.
her ribs the entire time, right?
Exactly.
That's it. Frame it up, frame the shoulder, bring the knee out. Frame the shoulder,
Ashley's just trying to get into that space. She's doing a good job now. If she can just kind of like sprawl her leg back a little bit,
keep your head close to her leg.
then she was going to be in a very strong passing position. While Fran's still kind of underneath her, you can hear Fran's coach, Peter Sharumko, really telling her to keep her head close to
Yeah,
that
and
leg.
not let her,
Yeah.
not let Ashley sprawl through. But
Nah,
now
getting
Ashley's
that
on the head.
connection. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice
nice,
frame.
really good recovery here from Fran.
Yeah, that was definitely the right time.
Perfect,
Yeah.
you can go back to close guard. Let's swing through the legs now.
She's got that.
She's got the knee,
Yeah,
but
she
she
does.
doesn't quite have it in the right place.
Yeah, it's interesting. The match really has switched from, you know, at the start there was a lot. Fran was doing a lot of the work for the first couple of minutes, and Ashley's really turned up the pace.
You can get one more leg attack, you're going to win this match, man.
She's more tired than you are. Just keep working.
Let's go, stay on.
I hate that double
Yeah,
underhook.
that double under position is, it seems like a powerful position, but it locks your spine into place. So for all you people new to jiu-jitsu out there, definitely don't do that.
You can start trying to bridge her back and then take it.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice
nice
entry from
entry.
Fran into backside 50-50. She needs to attack off it though.
You're going to attack it. Pass the leg across and attack the back.
Ashley's really good on the legs.
Yeah.
She's very aware of the legs and like how to defend against them.
Yeah.
And she's been really effective at kind of neutralizing those attacks, even though Fran has gotten really deep in quite a few of them.
You're going to go short bars as well here. Keep that foot in the armpit, friend. Right foot in the armpit. Right foot hook in the armpit. Nice.
Yeah, really good job from Fran of framing her guard. She's been in some very tight passing positions.
Let's get one good attack off. You're doing amazing.
Is there anything you'd like to see Ashley do to maybe change up her game? Do you think there's anything she could...
I think that she should use more speed to step into tighter positions. I think the reason she hasn't been able to kind of solidify any of these is because she's using almost entirely pressure
Yeah.
to get into them. And if she used a little bit more of her dexterity and like agility, she'd be able to step into tighter positions and maybe close the distance in a more surprising way.
Yeah.
One good attack. Let's go. Elevate, elevate. Nice, nice. Close her knee. Close her knee, friend. Beautiful. Keep pulling with that grip. Connect your hands as well if you need to. Nice.
Here, Fran really needs to make distance with the knee because Ashley's closing the space, although I think the time is
The time is going to run out in just a second.
Extend your spine. Extend your spine. Nice. Beautiful, friend. Attacking the
Really close match. Now it's going to... Yeah, you have to pick sound. Yeah, so now... No, they draw.
Yeah.
They draw.
They draw. No, we don't do ref decision here. It's always a draw because you get 1 point for a draw
Yeah.
to finish your group.
Yeah, it's a really tight match. Really interesting first match. A lot of pressure shown by Ashley. And Fran did a great job of just using her frames and using her guard. So we're going to take... we're going to jump straight into our next match, which is going to be Libby Genge from Stealth BJJ versus Raquel Ferreira. I can't speak today. And as you can see behind us, this is going to be in the
Ooh, in the gi.
gis.
Okay. Libby Genge is the brown belt here. Raquel Ferreira is the black belt. I love Raquel's gi.
Yeah, it's a really
Into
nice
that
gi.
gi.
Raquel is a very accomplished black belt.
Yeah,
She's been
she's
doing
incredibly
really well in
aggressive.
the black belt scene recently. If I remember correctly, I think she won Europeans in Nogi Europeans in 2024.
Yeah, last year, I think.
Yeah.
But
But Libby has been training. Another one of these kind
another
of
one
kids
the
who's coming
kids
up
who's
now.
come up into the adult division.
Yeah. So she's only 21 years old. I've learned about Libby for a really, really long time.
I think I first met Libby when she was a blue belt,
Yeah. I mean, she's been training for 14 years, which is kind of crazy, right?
considering she's
21. Yeah. So she started at 7. And you're going to start to see more and more of this kind of these young, but like very, very experienced competitors coming out of the USAC soon.
Beautiful close guard here from Raquel and nice posture from Libby. This is something you see a lot at women's divisions with this kind of shelving position in the close guard. Their hips are just so much more flexible and
Yeah.
able to take this kind of position.
Yeah. Yeah, so even though Raquel is 29 years old, they've actually started training pretty much the same time. They've both been training around 14 years now.
Raquel trying to work up the body, maybe separate out an elbow, looking for an omoplata. She's trying to make an angle here.
Yeah.
Libby really needs to do something to take Raquel out of this game, because
Yeah.
eventually Raquel is going to find this omoplata.
Yeah, now Raquel's opened her guard. She's gone into the lasso. Libby's trying to put heavy pressure down on it, trying to step over the head.
It's really interesting. We got all these 55-kilo
Yeah, and they're all
ladies in
pressure
here that all
passing.
want to pressure pass each other. It's
They're all
great.
tiny rhinos.
Listen, you
Nice.
don't have to be a big man to play a big man
Oh,
game.
omoplata
nice,
triangle from
nice shot.
Raquel.
Libby needs to move her feet here, or it's going to be done.
Yeah. Nice. Good adjustment back to the closed guard for Libby, because this is, I mean, it's better than being in a triangle or an omoplata. Again, we might be seeing something similar to the previous match where, you know, Raquel is probably the more experienced competitor of the two, so she's just kind of feeling out and warming up. It's still very early in the day for the ladies, and they've got a lot of matches to go.
They do. These are the first
Yeah.
matches.
Nice over-under
Nice,
position from
heavy
Libby.
position from
yeah,
Libby.
she's getting that cross-collar grip as well.
She's
Raquel-
trying to pin the bottom leg. She's got that grip now. Raquel
Yeah.
needs to keep her top leg strong.
This is just very old-school pressure passing.
Yeah, can't
Nice
fault.
jump by
Yeah,
Libby.
look at that pressure, really strong pressure.
Yeah.
Raquel's doing the right thing by keeping her hips up and staying patient and calm here.
Yeah,
The
Raquel.
worst thing Raquel could do is start to like flail around and panic.
Yeah, so defeating this position is all about that right shoulder of Libby's. If Raquel can keep defending that and keep the knee in
She's
front
got
of it,
a
it becomes much
shoulder
harder.
crunch working here. It looks like it's hard to tell
Yeah.
from our angle. But if Raquel, she's trying to keep her knee line free on her left leg, the one that's underhooked.
Yeah, Libby's
Nice
doing a
pressure,
great job
Libby.
of smashing through and forcing the turtle.
That's good. If I were Raquel, I would be rolling through here
Yeah.
pretty quick. I don't like to hang out in the turtle.
I mean, Libby said she was going to bring the pressure, and she
Yeah.
really did in that movement.
Yeah, heavy.
Heavy, heavy pressure. It was a really nice pass.
This is the importance of securing the seatbelt. But
No,
that is
she's
a
got
nice
those hooks.
arm position.
She doesn't have the back points because she doesn't have the upper body control. She's kind of falling
off the back here.
But this is a
she does have a
beautiful position,
triangle,
yeah.
I think, locked.
Yeah, it's a really nice position. You see Libby just kind of hanging out and taking it easy now.
Yeah, she's looks extremely calm.
Yeah, switching off to the armbar. This is actually
This
kind
is
of
a really
better for
strong
Raquel. Into the
position.
beautiful armbar position here from Libby. Really nice control.
Oh,
Elbow's
and
already
a
out.
nice escape.
Now Raquel's switching to 50-50.
That, I think, is a really good illustration of what happens when people become seasoned black belt competitors. That was a tight position, and there was a calmness in Raquel,
Yeah.
but a willingness to move when the time was
Yeah,
right.
yeah, she did a
And that
really
is-
good job of
That's something that you develop over time. But Libby's doing a great job now. She's up on top still. She's got to find a way out of this 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good position for Raquel. You know, she can kind of
Hopefully
use it to
start to
sweep
use
and
it to
come on
sweep,
top,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Libby's
think
did-
she looks like she's looking for a lapel here.
Yeah,
It's-
she's trying to feed that lapel through.
Again, kind of difficult from our angle to figure out, to see exactly what she's trying to feed it, where she's trying to feed it. Looks like through the 50-50,
Yeah, I mean, that's became a very
Yeah.
popular grip a little while ago,
yeah.
where, you know, a lot of people started, it's actually, I think it might have been banned by now, but it's considered a stalling position by the IBGF, because people were just holding on to it.
I think what I'd like to see Raquel here do is step on that lapel to make more
Yeah, potentially.
Libby's back in this heavy pressure position. But it's going to be really hard to pressure through the 50-50. You have to escape it first.
Yeah. I mean, Raquel's doing a good job of kind of off-balancing it to the side.
Yeah. But if Libby wants to progress, she needs to get out of the 50-50, essentially.
You can
As
see
soon
that-
as Raquel.
Yeah, I mean, Raquel does have the bottom position
Yeah.
there, so if she does kind of decide to kind of hang out here a little bit longer, she can just use it to get on top and then score that point. But the issue is that she does end up in 50-50 on top.
Yes. Ideally, we want to have them.
Yeah. You see, she's really trying to fight to get on top. She manages to do that, but not quite stabilized. And now Libby looks like she's on the foot as well.
Yeah,
I can't
but
see if
it's
they're
not
still
tight. They are still
No.
in bounds, but it's not tight.
Yeah, so we will let them continue for the time being.
3 minutes 45 on the clock.
So Libby's on the foot. It's not quite tight. And now she's let it go. Building back up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me if Raquel were to sweep in the last minute or two.
Yeah, I mean, she looked like she was trying hard to sweep in that
Yeah.
final position. Libby just did a good job of countering it and using that kind of heavy pressure.
Raquel, sobe e fica aí. Sobe e fica aí. Ganhou o primeiro ponto. Agora não vai rápido. Você tem 3
1 point up on the board for Raquel. She's gone from the bottom to the top here.
Tá ganhando. Falei pra você acreditar em você.
Looks like Libby's trying to attack the back.
Oh man, I do not like the position of Raquel's foot though.
No.
That's horrible to get caught underneath her leg.
I think she's got control of it though. She's put it back the way it should bend.
I mean, yeah, just I don't.
women are
I know,
bendy, man.
I know. For me, as a middle-aged man, that would just be miserable. I'd have probably had some kind of knee surgery at this point.
Looks like Raquel is trying really hard to pressure in on top. Can't see what Libby
Libby's
has
kind of
dragged
like,
the arm
yeah,
across
she's
the
dragged the
back.
arm across, and it looks like she was potentially trying to
She's
climb
trying to
towards the
climb to
back.
I think a better decision maybe at this point would be to sweep back.
Well,
and
she looks like
make
she's
it a
almost
draw.
trying to cross-choke at the moment.
I'm not sure how much longer is on the
Yeah.
clock, but it has to be less than
It's an
3
interesting
minutes.
grip that Libby's using.
Yeah.
Like she is down by a point, so she's got to pick up that speed a little bit, I think.
Yeah. She really needs to get the pressure to get back on top. Looks like we have about 90 seconds left.
Yeah. Raquel's still on top, trying to smash through. Has she got the
No,
knee still
the
towards the
knee's
ground?
still on the wrong side. I'd like to see both of them trying to either use this position or get out of it.
Yeah.
Fica por cima, tentando pegar a boquinha. Fica aí por cima, na boquinha.
You see how she's just buried heavy down in this position.
She's defending, right? She's
Yeah, you can see the referees now asked them to move, called that stalling call. She's forcing Raquel to move. We don't want just a 50-50 battle. And now Libby's trying to work on that footlock as well. This is better for Libby because she can now turn it over and she can build up to top position. Still working on that footlock. This might force Raquel to go out of bounds. And now Libby's going to try and get up on
Building
top,
back up on top.
trying to stay heavy. And she manages to get the point.
She's tied the score.
Nice, Libby's still in on the footlock. God, I'd like to see the
I'd
referee
like to
pull
see
them
the
back into
referee pull
bounds.
them back into bounds.
Raquel's done a good job of getting back in
What
bounds.
an amazing sweep, too.
Yeah. Raquel, is she down on the...
Our ref hasn't given the point, so
She's up. Raquel's now going on top.
she is.
And guess, oh my goodness, jumping on the back.
Right at the end there.
Yeah, really great end to a match. Really impressive performance from both ladies. And it goes to a draw.
Just at the last second.
Just at the last second. Really, really nice.
Libby really pulled that back out of the bag there.
Yeah, I mean, she did a really great job. Really, really great job.
Okay, we've got Vivi Roustani and Rosa Sharouni next.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, good. So we are just waiting for them to come out, and it looks like it is going to be a no-gi match. The red wristband is over there.
Just waiting on a wristband,
Yeah.
ankle band. Okay, so it looks like we got a no-gi match here. Vivi coming out of Greece.
Yeah. So this Kairos is sponsored by Frontier Risk Group. They are leaders in world-class security risk management training.
Okay, we've got Rose and Vivi. Oh, a much more high energy match already. Rose is an incredibly seasoned competitor here, and Vivi is a relatively new black belt, I believe, out of
Yeah, they are
Greece.
going at it as well.
Yeah, this is a hard pace to maintain. For
Nice
any,
entry straight away for Rose. Rose really having to work. Yeah, this is a super fast pace. Really exciting start to the match from the ladies. I hope they can continue this.
They will.
The really
I've
awesome,
fought Rose.
yeah.
She's like this all the time.
The really awesome thing about Rose is that she only gave birth about 6 months ago, I think.
Yeah, her baby's here.
Yeah, so her baby is somewhere hanging around, in fact, over in the corner. And she jumped at the chance to compete on Kairos when we gave it to her.
Yeah.
Nice, and looking for that wrist lock now.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, and she's going to be able to transition off to the armbar.
Super
Drop back
strong
down.
stand-up
Yeah.
from Vivi there.
Rose switching to double ankle grips. Vivi looking on the leg.
Oh,
That was a hard fall on one's head.
yeah, well, we do what we have to for this sport.
Nice. Rose doing a great job at
It's hard to
off-balancing.
even comment on this because there's so much
Yeah,
happening all
looking
at
at
once.
going in towards that calf cross position.
Oh, nice from Vivi here.
Yeah.
Good roll through.
This is a position I really like. It's kind of a less threatening, but Rose managed to use it to come up on top.
We're back in 50-50. And we'll see what decisions these ladies make for 50-50. Maybe slightly different.
Yeah. Oh, onto the leg.
Ooh,
Very
good
nice reaction
entry.
from Rose. Rose now trying to clear that knee line. Vivi doing a good job of punching
Yes,
it in the hips.
this is the head pressure that I was discussing in Ashley's
Yeah.
match.
This is a beautiful position
Yeah, this
for
is a
Rose.
heavy
You can see
passing
that-
position.
Unlike Ashley's match, Rose has got the legs all the way smashed over to the side, and she's got the head and arm position.
Rose needs to move heavier to her right to smash the legs a little bit harder so that she can sprawl through this figure four that Vivi's
Oh,
got.
she's switched off to a head and arm choke right now, and she's trying to sprawl through the.
Rose is
sprawl through
quite
it.
long for this division, so her arms are
Interesting.
like.
Quite a lot of the ladies are as well, and using that to break
Yeah,
the
so
bar.
that
and-
was the
yeah.
movement I was talking
This is
about
really
there.
good tactical work from Rose. Like she set up a head and arm choke, used the pressure to start passing.
She's distracted the ref from giving the points.
Yeah. I will. Sam is now. He's given the point. Yeah. So Rose is up 2-0. Working on that head and arm
She
choke.
is
Vivi's using
tight
that,
on this
that
position
telephone
too.
position.
I
Really trying
don't
to
think
squeeze
Rose
it
is
through.
going to finish this. If I were Rose, I would keep squeezing for a while, then try and switch off towards the back. I think that Vivi is going to be hard to kill here.
Yeah.
That's my-
But this movement with Vivi's legs over to the side.
Yes, she's
it's
trying
gonna-
to expose the back.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I think Vivi's kind of almost giving it to her because she does want to alleviate the pressure on her neck. But you can also see that there's no tightness around the neck. Here, this is a slightly better position for Rose. It almost looked like she was going for the, what do we call it now, the Rotolo team, the arm in Ezekiel position. There's a beautiful little interplay between this head and arm position, the arm in Ezekiel, and like the seatbelt to transition towards the back. You can see Rose is
yeah,
doing it
she's
here.
waiting for it.
Yeah. Just keeping the
Oh,
pressure.
nice hip twist there
Very
from
nice
Vivi.
from Vivi, yeah.
Yeah.
And avoiding the arm getting trapped
Yeah.
as well. Rose just chaining submissions together very well.
I think Rose is now looking for the triangle. You can see she's eyeing her shin. As Vivi turns, she's going to grab it, either that or the arm bar as Vivi pulls her head free.
Yeah.
Oh, Vivi's done a really cool thing with the knee, though, to make counter pressure.
Yeah,
Really good.
Vivi gets out. Nice job from Vivi. Now, this is one of my favorite things about the rule set that we have, is that Rose is only up by 2 points, right? So Vivi could easily come back into this. She's got plenty of time to
Beautiful
work.
entry into the 50-50 there from Rose. And now she's got the knee bar there.
Yeah, she's trying to tie up the legs.
Vivi's here all by herself without a coach.
Yeah.
She's another one that, when given the opportunity to be here, said absolutely yes.
Yeah.
These ladies just
1
want to
point.
be here for Rose. Ooh, and a nice entry on the knee.
Yeah.
Rose needs to pressure forward here. If her leg gets straight, she's going to be
Vivi's doing a good job of like grabbing that other ankle, which is making it difficult. You can see that, this just hurts my knees again. As I get older, I realize that a lot of jiu-jitsu hurts my knees. And we're going to reset in the middle. I think we're only about halfway through this match as well.
And this pace has been insane.
Yeah. They've got another, at least 3 more matches of this as well, which is a little wild.
Yeah.
Vivi really trying to attack those legs. It looks more like Vivi's really trying to hunt the submissions, and Rose is playing a more traditional kind of using the variety of attacks to score points.
I think a lot of what we're seeing here is a difference in experience as well, though.
Yeah.
Vivi, like I said, good competitor, but Rose has been competing at black belt for a very long time.
Yeah, it was also that thing that we were talking about in Ashley's fight as well, where Francesca was, a little reluctant to come off the bottom. And then, she didn't get to the opportunities where she was scoring points in the same way, whereas Rose is very happy top or bottom.
This is the same position Francesca was using to attack the knee, but Rose has gotten the double underhooks, which has essentially killed the knee bar attempt. And now she's into what I can only describe as a head and arm triangle.
Yeah, I think that's what we would call it, yeah. You can see Rose also like taking her time in these positions. You see that often with seasoned competitors, where they're like, their partner's uncomfortable, but they're using this opportunity to keep them uncomfortable and just rest a little bit as well. Really strong tactical decisions.
This elbow is exposed on the same side that Rose is on. I'm interested to see if she's gonna fish for it. Vivi needs to really bring her hips back towards Rose, otherwise she's gonna start to expose her back and the back attack here. I think now the gift wrap is on, and I think the back attack might be imminent.
Well, these grips are very cool. The Rose has got kind of like a double gift wrap almost. She's using that heavy pressure here. Vivi just doing a good job of trapping that foot.
That was a really smart decision because Rose did not get those points.
No.
But
Rose is back. Yeah, she's back into that heavy head and arm position again, and her head's kind of the other side now. So Vivi doesn't have the same defense. You can see Rose kind of, when she switches her head position, she's got the possibility of the back take.
That was a beautiful attempt on the back.
Trying to transition off to the...
I'd like to see Vivi slam her back to the mat now.
Yeah. Rose gets the point.
Maybe not the best choice,
Yeah.
but...
She has the option now. Who might give him the point for the pass?
No, just for the back.
Again, working towards it.
Oh, now that's a tight arm triangle position.
This is that kind of side
the
position.
That
And you can see her
gonna
just
be a
pressing into
killer.
it again. Rose didn't think it was quite on. You see her feeding that leg through. Nice, switching back off to that triangle again. Isolating the arm beautifully from Rose.
I think Vivi is a little bit exhausted from this pace. I think anybody would be.
I'd like Rose to switch off to the body triangle here and trap that arm and then roll onto her
I think Rose
left
is
side.
being quite sensible. As someone who can hear how hard they're breathing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would do that to really isolate that out.
Checking the time there.
Yeah.
I think
That's when you can see it's like she knows she's up on points.
I think Vivi really needs to get her arm back. It's only a matter of time if she can't get her arm back. Now Rose is speaking to the corner.
Yeah.
Arm boven de hoofd trekken, arm boven. Ja, dat is goed. Je kan ook gewoon 2 overhoed werken, hè? Dan links-rechts afwisselen. Plum om die nek. Ja, is gewoon gemeen.
No, she's trying to dig underneath the
I
neck.
think she's got the face here.
Yeah, I mean, she might be going for a mandible strangle.
I think she's nearly under the chin, but
Yeah.
not quite. It's hard to see from her angle.
That's a beautiful escape from Vivi.
Yeah.
Just bringing that arm over the head,
Slow and
spinning up on
patient.
top. Nice
Beautiful
job.
work.
And Vivi's still going at full speed.
Yes. What an
Really nice
exciting
work.
match.
Yeah, great.
What a great match.
Display of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. This is why we did this tournament.
Yeah. This is what we want to see.
I want to see.
Beautiful work.
What a great match.
Yeah. Really awesome match. Okay.
I'm still very new to Jiu-Jitsu, so it's been really nice to train with people of all different belts and different abilities and different backgrounds, so that's been ace.
Doing some breathing exercises, we've been getting them rolling around on the mats, taping their mouths closed, pushing and playing around with their nervous systems. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm coaching up myself, but some of the bits and pieces in that which they were teaching I'd never ever seen before, and yeah, just really good. Food's been exceptional.
I really enjoyed the no-gi samurai steps, doing the leg switch stuff. It's just something a bit new for me, something I've not particularly seen much in Jiu-Jitsu before.
I'm Martin Stapleton. I'm down here this weekend to coach a seminar on how to use the switch for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and also to run a mindset seminar.
I'm Antonio Sheldon, professional MMA fighter and BJJ black belt. I've had the honour to be invited to teach a seminar today, and I'm going to teach somewhat the back mount. It's going to be the seated head and arm.
My name is Lloyd Cooper. I'm the head coach of Gripper Jiu-Jitsu. I've been fortunate enough to teach here today, but obviously some of my students here as well. I think that open mentality that we have in my club is definitely matched here at the 866 camp, where, like I say, it's a melting pot of ideas and people sharing techniques.
Okay guys, we are going to jump straight back into our next match. We have Hayley Valentine and Emma Louise Thompson.
In the no-gi.
In the no-gis as well. So Emma is a very accomplished judoka, as well as being a solid BJJ player as well.
Fun fact, she also gave me the longest athlete questionnaire I've ever seen. Just fantastic, her entire history.
Yeah. And then we have Hayley Valentine, who's coming out of BSD. She's predominantly an MMA fighter.
Yes, quite a good MMA fighter.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
She has a very, she's very game, Hayley.
Have you competed against Hayley?
I have fought Hayley as well.
Yeah.
There are a number of people in this division that I have fought.
Yeah. So Kairos is sponsored by the Jiu-Jitsu Lou podcast. Definitely check that out. They've been amazing promoting the athletes and doing a lot for the community as well.
You can see Hayley moving around. She moves like an MMA athlete, you know, side to side, kind of controlling the center of the ring/octagon. And she does not care that Emma is a judoka. She's gonna wrestle, which is one of the reasons why I invited her onto the show.
Like everybody in the moment in jiu-jitsu wants a bit of wrestling, so this is what we're gonna get. We're gonna get some.
Everybody loves some takedowns, but we want to see real takedowns, and these two are going at it like they want to actually take each other down, which is great. Ooh,
nice.
Nice. I also like that when MMA fighters aren't afraid to do something else.
Yeah.
Like pull guard. Like to see some judo from Emma. Always excited to see some judo throws.
Yeah, I love a bit of no-gi judo.
Yeah, who doesn't? Big head and arm throws. Looks like they're both working for wrist control. Emma wants the...
oh, she's got that 2-on-1.
Nice 2-on-1 from Hayley.
Yeah. Nice little foot sweep to try and break the space. Emma has the better head position
that was
at the
almost
moment.
a standing wrist lock.
You approve of this, I take it.
approve fully.
If anybody doesn't know that Chelsea loves a wrist lock.
Oh, nice position
Nice
from
head
Hayley.
position.
Oh, and a beautiful
throw.
This is what we were here for.
Yeah. That has got the biggest reactions so far.
Yeah. Again, this pace is insane.
Yeah.
This is an insane pace to do for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If you were on this stream and you have never fought for 10 minutes, this is nuts.
Yeah. The last match was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a high pace to maintain.
Yeah. It was just an incredibly impressive match from the two of those. That looks like a little shoulder crunch that Hayley's got, but
and she's got good distance control.
Yeah.
She's got a bite on the arm as well.
Yeah, she does.
She's going arm over arm.
She's got really solid jiu-jitsu, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited. She's been evolving and adapting. We fought a couple of years ago, and I've been kind of following her career ever since, and I've been really enjoying how
She looks like she's using it to sweep, but Emma might be switching off to like a...
Looks almost like a knee bar.
Yeah, she's into a leg
position.
entanglement here.
Yeah.
Just loses the heel, and we end up back in 50-50 again.
I love watching these girls just get up to pass.
Yeah.
It's great. But when
Hayley gets that point back.
When I was coming through at like brown belt and black belt, I could not get anybody to stand up with me. They were on their butts so fast.
Yeah. Nice.
This is a
defense.
nice
and again,
defense.
she's rolling. This is a savage. Oh my goodness, it's turned into a
beautiful little back attempt. Oh, gotta watch that knee line.
Yeah.
Gotta watch that knee line. If she can sprawl
Emma's
through.
isolating it here. She's got a head and arm position.
Ooh, this is solid jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Nice. Hayley's just gonna pop back up.
Beautiful.
Looks like the pace has slowed a little bit. Just a little bit.
I think both of these ladies are brown belts, so neither of them have that experience fighting at the black belt level. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna pull them back into the center of the mat.
What? Just it's been just an exciting match so far.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the fun things about this format is like fatigue becomes a little bit of a
non-issue almost because everybody's fatigued.
No, it's definitely an issue.
No, it becomes not the limiting factor anymore because everybody by the end is going to be tired.
Maybe better to say explosiveness becomes a little bit less of a factor in the events because they just get more tired as they go through.
This is a beautiful position from Hayley.
Yeah, really solid head and arm.
Emma needs to keep her knee line in. Hayley needs to get to the knee slide here.
Yeah, she's done a good job of switching the hips. She's going off that head and arm position.
I'm so excited that we've somehow managed to find 10 55-kilo women who all want to pressure pass.
Yeah. That's all they've wanted to do their entire lives, and they've been forced to play guard, right?
I know, everybody tells them their whole lives that they have to play guard, and then they discover a head and arm position, and it's all over. Oh, nice heavy position. Emma needs to get her elbows back together. This is not a place she wants to be.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the pass, and the mount.
Nice head and arm position now from Hayley.
No points given because it was too short.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair decision from Professor Sam.
Yeah, if you guys want to join the conversation, you can drop a comment underneath the video. and we will see it. Anything
Hayley
cool,
looks like she's
we'll
working
read
for
out.
that gift wrap, maybe a head and arm position. No, gift wrap.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to switch off towards the
No,
back
it's
here.
the gift wrap here. She's trying to take the back.
Yeah, she just needs Emma's back a little bit more turned towards the sky. Right now she doesn't have the space that she can sit into.
Yeah, really, really beautiful position. I'd love to see the front of this, but it's kind of invisible from our angle. But I suspect that Hayley is yanking up on that wrist to create the twist here. Emma's coach is telling her to keep her elbow on the floor, so Hayley doesn't have control over the position yet.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Hayley switch back to the knee slide here if she has the underhook. Can't tell. Maybe get some points.
I don't think she has the underhook now. It looks like both Emma's arms are kind of up, and it's just the foot that's caught. She's in almost like quarter mount, I would guess, but with the hips flat. There, you see she's trying to pin that wrist to the floor, and Emma's just gone full defensive now.
Yeah.
Which is never like a good position that you want to find yourself in.
Yeah, eventually Hayley's going to work her way through this position.
Yeah.
She's used to people punching her while she does it. So.
Yeah, like what Emma needs to do is start to create some space. If you're just defending the position, essentially all you're going to do is keep defending, and your
Looks like
your
she's
partner
working
will
for
find
a
a way
mounted
through.
guillotine there.
Yeah. Still tied at 1-1.
Hayley's coach is asking her to score some more points, I
Yeah.
think.
Nice, gets over to the mount momentarily.
I think that this should probably count as a pass from our...
I don't know, I'm not sure. Now if she just stays here, this should definitely be a pass. Yeah. Yeah, and the referee agrees.
Looks like she's now trying to almost head and arm, that same head and arm choke that Rose was using to...
yeah, she's trying to...
Ooh, and another wrist lock. Oh, you are my soulmate, Hayley.
Good job of escaping again. Emma's backing
half guard
now, but she needs to use the position. Nice. Hayley's isolating that arm. If she can step over the head, she can get a straight armbar. So rather than trying to pull her on her side, she could just step over the head and put a lot of pressure, which is actually very old school judo.
Sounds like we have less than 2 minutes left in this match. Hayley using heavy pressure to use the Oh, I like the chin.
Using the chin
She's
to...
got the Americana here, it's going to go.
I don't know. It's not the best angle to try and do it now.
Doesn't matter.
Emma's done a good job of getting that elbow out and high.
Your elbow to her ribs, please. Your elbow to her ribs, please.
Her coach is not happy with the arm position. Trying to get her elbow to her ribs, which is understandable because here it's just kind of turning the arm, using it to go back towards the head and arm position again.
Yes. Emma's doing, Emma's doing a really good job of defending here.
Yeah. I'd like Hayley to use these submission attempts to pass as well.
I think that's what she's
trying
doing.
to do.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Really heavy positioning there.
Yeah.
You can see it is slightly different than jiu-jitsu positioning.
And he's this is a great for now Hayley. She's got a little bit of breathing room where
she can just work the pressure.
Yeah.
I think it's nearly finished.
Hayley's trying to have fun out there apparently.
Well, I mean, if people were normally punching you, you'd be having fun if they weren't.
That's true,
too.
yeah. Oh, we've got a wrist lock attempt
wrist
again.
lock. Oh man.
Oh, working every direction of the wrist.
It's great for exposing the arms and making people pop their head up and their elbows out and all kinds of stuff. You can see she's using it effectively to get into these tighter positions.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Hayley needs to pinch those knees together.
I
Nice.
think that was a good choice.
Match.
Right?
Really nice.
Really solid match.
Really great work. So we've got a bit of a change around of referees. we are going to go on to our 5th match. We have a total of 23 matches, I think, today.
22 matches. 2 of those matches are super fights.
Yeah.
20 matches in the GP division.
Yeah,
This
next
is
up, coming onto the
Lucy
match, we have Lucy Wynne and Ashley Bendle. So this is Ashley's 2nd match and Lucy's 1st. So because we obviously have the five ladies in each of the divisions, and we are going to see what it is.
Lucy is here to party. I will say that about
what
what is happening. You will see very shortly.
Okay, let's bring them in. Yeah, this is an exciting. So we have a gi match. Ashley in a very simple white gi in tradition with our academy, and then Lucy rocking the pink.
Lucy's here for, like I said, a party.
Yeah, she is definitely here for a party. So Kairos is sponsored by JitsMag, which is your non-stop shop for breaking news, interviews with the sport's biggest names and up-to-date rankings. If it's happening in the Jiu-Jitsu world, Jiu-Jitsu Mag has got it covered. Nice, using the lapel. This is one of my favorite things about this event, is that we get to see girls just switch between different disciplines. So it's not like, it really does show who's kind of the best grappler out there.
That is insane flexibility.
Yeah.
Lucy is an up-and-coming purple belt. She's done extremely well at this belt level, and she has, from what I understand, quite a good guard.
Yeah, I mean that could be the reason that Ashley pulled so quickly.
Yeah.
Ashley's using this worm guard right now. Hayley's doing a good job of stepping over the leg, but she needs to, ideally,
That's
nice.
Lucy.
Oh, sorry, Lucy, not Hayley. Great balance on top.
It is really hard to sweep somebody when they're this flexible because of the way they move. It's really hard to do anything on somebody that's that flexible because of the way they move.
The referee has given the point to Ashley.
Yeah, and they're right. We have moved back to center now.
Yeah. Nice, interesting position. Lucy's using the...
It's not a bad position to start to defend the heavy pressure from. She's got a lot of lifting power here with her legs.
She's managed to keep that right, the right foot on the hip to try and go towards the leg. Now she's inverting through and going into that, I'm going reverse close guard or the donkey guard.
If Ashley can get a cross face here, or sorry, a cross collar grip here, she can kind of start to smash down.
Nice movement from Lucy, tying up in the 15th. Now this is not going to be great. Now with the
No,
gi,
this is a...
Ashley can really start to apply that pressure. You see she goes cross grip. I really like what Lucy's doing with her leg though. Self-framing with the foot,
that's
really
insane
nice.
Dexterity to be able to do that, but I don't think it's going to last for long. You have to use it.
Yeah, you can see it popped out.
You have to use it, otherwise an experienced competitor like Ashley is just going to blast through it.
Yeah, she's going to slowly cook it. I'd like Ashley to try and get Lucy's hips down a little bit lower.
She's moving towards the correct side to sprawl, but you have to be careful with somebody this bendy because legs come in from nowhere.
Yeah, I think she's using the Bravo grip, which is a really good decision from Ashley because it allows her left arm to be free to do other things like base out, do what she wants. Here you can see her kind of push the hip down, which is nice.
And she's trying to clear this figure 4 that Lucy's got.
Yeah. And it looks like she's slowly bringing the legs up towards the head.
Yeah, she's making more and more tension here.
And and you see she separates. Nice little bit of leg work to clear the legs.
And a good decision
beautifully
to go in that
over
direction.
To mount.
Yeah, really solid.
I think Ashley's going to get the 2 points. Yeah. Yeah, so she got the pass points and the mount point. So
it's
she's
not
up by
it's not unheard of
3.
For purple belts to beat black belts. It's not unheard of for purple belts to beat black belts, but it's much harder in the gi.
Yeah.
It's much harder in the gi.
Yeah, all that explosiveness kind of it doesn't count for as much, right? Beautiful bridge, really powerful bridge, but great base on top.
The mobility is insane.
Yeah, she's done a great job of creating space.
Ashley's ready for that bridge now. I think on the first one, she wasn't quite ready for the power of it.
Look, she's
Lucy
changing
needs
the
to
angle.
stay off her side here. She really needs to be back on her back where she can use that bridge.
So we're just having a bit of a reset back into the center.
I think Ashley's working hard to get the submission now. She drew in her first match, and I think she knows that if she wants to make it through this bracket, this side of the bracket, she needs a submission.
Yeah, so a draw only counts as 1 point, submissions are 3.
No, a win is 3.
Sorry, a win is 3.
But if at the end,
yeah, we do go down to fastest.
Are
yeah,
tied.
Bridges again.
Yeah, man, those bridges are crazy. Violet bridges like that. It's just, if she were able to connect those bridges together, she might be able to off balance Ashley enough to beat her.
Yeah.
Or to get her off of the.
This is going to be tiring though as well. Like
Yeah.
those explosive kind of bridges, even though she's flexible and has great dexterity and stuff, when you put
Oh
that
yeah,
much
it's
energy
exhausting.
into the bridge,
And
it's
Ashley
very
is
hard.
heavy in this position.
Yeah, you can see her
she's
really working
heavy on
that
the
cross
head.
face. And like the bridges now have become a little bit less. She did a good job just to free up that arm.
And she's climbing higher and higher, and every bridge becomes more exhausting when somebody's restricting your breathing.
She's looking for that double bicep wrap, where both these arms come into the center. Again, you know, Lucy's doing a good job of trying to get those arms back now. Ashley
has
has
the
that,
gift wrap now.
the gift wrap again.
We've seen this gift wrap consistently across the.
Using it to take the back.
Yeah.
So
in our rule set, the back
body triangle,
counts as, and it's,
and
I think we're going to see a submission here.
And we get the submission.
It's our first submission of the day.
Bow and arrow choke. Beautiful work from Ashley.
Really nice work from Lucy too. Ashley is a seasoned competitor, and that was you know, she made her work for that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So coming in next.
We've got Libby Genge versus Moti. I think these two have fought before.
Yeah, both brown belts, and we're going to see what they come out to. We are going to have...
Libby's here in the white gi, and Moti is here in the black gi.
Yeah.
I believe these two have fought before. And we're off.
So Kairos is sponsored by Two Chefs, Meal Prep Legends, keeping athletes and everyday warriors fueled upright. And the Two Chefs guys are legends. They both train at our gym. Really awesome guys.
A little slow on that pull from Moti. I'd like to see a little bit more speed. Libby's back into her heavy pressure passing that we saw her
doing a great job of working through the legs of Moti.
Nice leg work there.
Really heavy top pressure from Libby.
Just beautiful pressure passing.
Working her way inside. Moti just trying to keep those knees
Beautiful
up.
from Libby. That is just, you can tell how heavy that is.
Yeah. It's what training jiu-jitsu from when you're 7 would do to you. Here, already isolated out the arm as well.
I love kneeling on that bicep there like that.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite position.
Switching
to
off the
work on.
Kimura grip. This is just beautiful old school jiu-jitsu from Libby. Isolating out
Moti
the
needs
arm.
to bridge in towards her.
Yeah. I'd like Libby to pull that far side arm in a bit more to control the position.
She's lost control of her foot. Moti's got the foot back in the half guard. She can bridge in to get on top.
Going back to the armbar. Arm's almost straight.
I think Moti's going to be too stubborn to accept that.
Yeah, switching off a beautiful cross armbar.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful, nice.
Very nice submission from Libby. See Libby checking out the time as well. See how fast it was. Really nice work from Libby.
Okay. Next up. All right, guys. Next up, we've got Fran up again against Rose, who had an insane match last time. Fran also a very good match against Ashley Bendle in the first round. Let's see if Rose keeps the same pace that she had last time.
Nice.
Fran back to the guard pull. I don't think we're surprised by that. Did Rose just feeling the guard, seeing what the guard is going to do as she puts pressure on it? Rose is here in the gray rash guard with the red ankle band. Fran in the brown belt rash guard. Fran just staying small and waiting for Rose to start to make her movement side to side.
Yeah, Fran just keeping those legs off her very nicely. Sorry, Rose keeping the legs off her nicely.
Fran's just looking for the time to connect.
Yeah.
I think Rose is going to be really sad that she's had 2 no-gi matches so far.
She's getting her way through. Fran doing a good job of just framing with that foot, saving her.
Yeah.
You see Rose creating that space, driving the knee to the floor. She just can't quite get into that inside space of Fran's. Nice connection to the other side.
Rose connect to the other side.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice
now the
hip
back
inversion.
attack has presented itself for Rose.
You can see the more movement-based game of Rose versus how Ashley was trying to just pressure through Fran's legs. Nice
Not
job.
sure that was the best advice from her corner there for Rose. That's not the best way to deal with somebody who's so good at inverting like Fran is. You don't want to come to that inside space because that's exactly where they want you.
Well, going both arms inside is okay, providing
there's no way. Her knees are behind her head. There's nowhere for Rose to go.
Yeah. You always have to open out the space when you're passing, otherwise you're just never going to get into the positions that
Where there
solidify.
is space in Fran's guard is behind her back when she puts her feet on the floor that way. So Rose could come towards the back, but she's never gonna fit herself into that space there, because you can see the knees are on the floor. Where is she gonna put her body?
Yeah, where Rose's right arm is now is where the space is to try and pass into.
Hugged around the back.
Yeah, so you can do things like, against very flexible people, things like laying leg drags where you dive underneath their back is a position that you can start to work. But you can see that Fran is doing a good job of creating, like, kind of keeping her shoulders away. Rose is slowly walking through, transitioning to side to side.
Again, though, the problem with this game, although Fran is very good at it, is that it's so tiring. I used to play a lot from this position, and I had to stop because it just takes so much power to lift.
I also feel there's no threat of Fran coming up on top. It's all about, like, kind of the leg entanglement.
Exactly. Again,
nice. Rose getting into that space. Needs to be aware of the triangle here. Rose is doing a great job of just keeping her legs away.
And again, she's just fatiguing Fran.
Yeah.
Although Fran is not moving as much, just the pressure on her like diaphragm is intense.
Yeah. If Rose can just kind of, like, you know, create good mechanical structure with her bones, she can just kind of lean her weight onto Fran. You can see she's not really pushing down, she's just kind of tracking the legs. And then Fran is supporting all that weight through her biceps and triceps. And then she pins. Nice work from Rose, gets in a bit closer. Tries to go off towards that leg drag again. Really nice little adjustment for Rose, which just goes right down to the ankle and rather behind the knee. And there she's working towards that leg drag.
And now the pass has happened.
Yeah, beautiful little adjustment from Rose.
She's not quite on the pass yet, but it's...
Fran's done a good job of inverting out of it. This has to be, Rose has to be aware that her legs are inside. But now Rose is trying to go up to the top as well. Really nice job. Rose chasing the back. Good inversion from Fran.
Really good inversion.
I mean, really nice work from both ladies. You know, Fran doing a great job of retaining, and Rose doing a really nice job. Now she gets it.
Mistake. So that's where the mistake happened, when she kicked her feet down to the floor.
Yeah, but she hasn't given up any points, right? No. She's turtled, so she's not avoid anything, and they're halfway through this round.
She's made pretty good choices.
Yeah. Fran transitioning behind.
That's Rose?
Rose transitioning behind. Rolls off again. Now going into that leg drag position again. This is better from Rose. She's now very heavy into this position.
And the knees are collapsed together, which is going to make it very hard for Fran to lift.
She just needs to get kind of into that space where she's kind of underneath the armpits. Then she can create some separation between the thighs and the body. But Fran's doing a good job of preventing it. There you go. She sees she gets one. So Rose now has that left arm underneath, but she needs something on the other side to keep her flat. And you can see that Fran is really trying to fight that other grip. Rose slowly passing around.
Nice heavy pressure.
Looking for the grip. She's trying to get that first hook. She almost gets it.
She's got the first hook.
Yeah. And now she's looking at trying to...
She's got the seatbelt. Fran still has a hook on her far leg. I'm interested to see what she's going to try and do with that.
Yeah.
But Rose is on the arm.
Rose has got that other hook, takes the back. Beautiful work.
And I think she's going to get this crush here on the face.
Yeah.
Oh, and a nice job escaping it.
Oh, getting squashed down. Rose using the, what do we call it? Squash the chicken. But, like, Fran's doing a great job of, like, forcing Rose to get a little bit lower down. Fran's managed to clear one of the hooks out of the Rose, which is
she's waiting for the time to switch her hip over to the other side, but Rose is also waiting for the time. So
yeah, and Rose looks like she's trying to set up those higher up grips as well, or she was. Now she can see her reaching deep below, using that head and arm position again.
Checking the time.
Yeah.
That neck grip is just getting tighter and tighter. I think that Fran is not paying enough attention to what's happening up by her neck.
Yeah, I really like this grip, the switch that Rose just did into
I
like, the
love
quarter
this grip
Nelson.
about around the back of the head like that.
Yeah. And you see Fran's kind of gone into like a waiting mode, which is allowing Rose to slowly kind of work
I'm
her
not sure
way
she has
through.
a ton of options because that was a good recovery out of this position.
It's only a point as well, so she does have the ability to get it back pretty quickly.
There's 2.5 minutes left in this match, and there's only 1 point in it. So Rose could at the very least make this a draw if she decides to sweep.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we have not seen a huge amount of sweeping attempts from Fran, which
Fran
is
hasn't been trying to kind of get up off the bottom. Now she is, and she might be trying to wrestle Rose.
I'm not sure. When you're this fatigued, wrestling a more experienced athlete is maybe not the best choice, but I'm not sure she has another option.
I mean, Rose needs to be disciplined with her head and hand position.
Absolutely.
You know, she doesn't want to stand up too straight. She needs
She
to keep
doesn't
her
want to
hands
let
kind of low.
Fran get in on the legs either.
Yeah. If you know, if I was in Fran's position, I wouldn't have pulled guard again.
No.
Because it's going to be so difficult. She hasn't had a lot of attacking options versus Rose.
She hasn't had any real sweeping options thus far.
It's going to be. She's not been able to tie up Rose at all.
If I were Rose, I'd be looking for these flying triangles here too.
Potentially, but then she would give up top position.
Well, maybe we're getting close on the time at this
I'd be
point.
looking flying knee slides.
Yeah.
See her trying
or
to get
just
into
a
it.
flying slap to the face. That works too.
Rose being very disciplined. Rose doing a great job of like, she's checking the time, managing distance, and every time that she kind of blasts through, she backs off. So
It
Fran
means
wants to
that
get
there's
this.
less of a chance for Fran to tie up her legs and sweep her.
So she's trying to pass, she'll throw it by, Fran will get somewhere, Rose is going to run away, and then re-engage. You see Fran now has an attachment to that bottom leg. But there, Rose just creates the space, and then it just shuts down Fran's guard, and then she backs up, and then defends again. That's very solid tactics from Rose. You know, it's understanding how to wear down the clock. Because we're getting close to the last couple of seconds of the match.
What a nice match.
Really
Again,
solid match,
crazy,
yeah.
Crazy pace.
Crazy
that Rose
pace. I
forces
completely
her
forgot to
opponent
put the
into.
points up because it was so exciting. So hopefully that added to the excitement a little bit. Wow, really great match. So coming up next, we have Louise Thompson and Raquel Ferreira.
Emma's had one match versus Hayley, and Raquel has had one match versus Libby.
Yeah, she fought Libby. They're both quite grueling matches for both of them in different ways. You know, Raquel, I think, was a draw, if I remember correctly.
We have a no-gi match coming up.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for the referee. And here comes Emma.
And here's Raquel.
Yeah, and Raquel's up onto the match now.
I think Raquel's last match was in the gi, and this one, no gi.
So Kairos is sponsored by 866 BJJ. Top-level jiu-jitsu coaching, cutting-edge wellness workshops, and vibes for days.
Oh, beautiful sweep from Raquel. She's in on that leg. Oh, and Emma sweeps back, but no points because nobody solidifies anything. Emma's on that foot. Raquel had to give her a good boot to get her off.
Nice attempt at the toe hold.
Yeah, and a really fast turn from Raquel. That was tight. She knew she had to get rid of that.
Yeah,
back in the
into
50.
the 50-50. It's interesting how much 50-50 there's been. It's a position that I avoid like the plague.
Really common in women's jiu-jitsu, though.
You hear a coach calling for an Aoki lock. You can see that Emma has that grip around the ankle.
Raquel just attacked a quick shotgun armbar, made Emma pull her arm free. I would like to see one of them try and get on top here and pass. Yeah. Although that is a nice armbar from Raquel. I wish I could see it.
Doesn't seem to be
doesn't seem worried about it.
Coach is telling her to keep going.
Emma's gotten closer and is starting to try and turn the corner. Looks like Raquel is trying to escape her knee line, the one that's stuck in 50-50.
Yeah.
Emma keeps trying to turn the corner.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, it looks like Raquel's kind of trying to go down to the foot.
The toe hold
Yeah.
here. There is a very powerful toe hold if you can escape the knee line, but you have to have the knee line for
Yeah, Leandro Lowe did it in the finals of Pans once, where he just absolutely destroyed the guy's knee. That was in the gi, but it's the same. Emma coming up on top.
Trying to pressure through the 50-50 that way
She
is
does
really
have her knee line free now, but it looks like Raquel's gone into the
on
foot
a
lock.
foot, yeah, but not tight.
Emma's got that knee line free now. Almost. It looks like it's almost
looks like
out.
there's almost a heel there, but not quite.
Raquel's just trying to recapture that position again. Slides her hip forwards and recaptures the knee line. Here, Emma coming up onto top. Now,
No, there was no sweep. Raquel swept, but there was never a sweep stabilized. So
okay, so Emma's just regained top position.
Just regained top position. It all happened very fast right at the start, but they've both just kind of... If I were Emma, I would be trying to get out of here so that I could do a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to go potentially towards like there's a few different like kind of heel twisting things like Mikey locks.
Yeah.
And there's an inverted steamer lock you can do here as well. But Raquel seems very aware of it. She's fighting those hands.
I'd like to see them both doing more here.
Yeah, Raquel trying to get up on top now, and she's got the knees kind of smashed over.
Emma's got that almost like a mirror lock.
Yeah, almost. Now Raquel's up on top, right?
But her knee's in the wrong place.
Yeah,
Yes.
but if she started on bottom, technically, a long time ago.
Eric is, our ref is...
Yeah, he's given the point. So now Raquel's up by 1.
Now Emma really needs to do something with this 50-50 because if she pops it open, Raquel's going to pass. She is not in a great position here, so she needs to lift with this 50-50 or she needs to keep it. As somebody who's watching this match, I would like her to not, but...
Raquel
is red.
Is blue. You need to switch the point.
Good.
So the coach, Alain Pozo, just correcting our
scorekeepers. They are children after all.
Yeah. Well, I think it was Eric who actually gave the referee gave us the wrong person. That is the problem when you go black on black.
Yeah.
Note to any competitors out there, if you want to go on shows, wear different coloured clothes. It makes life a lot easier for everybody. Raquel now just trying to set up that head and arm position.
Emma really, the pressure is really on Emma to do something here because Raquel is doing as much as she physically can in this position.
I mean, I think she might try and isolate the upper body and then try and sprawl through that leg a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what she's going to do. But Emma is just allowing this tightness to continue.
She doesn't have the urgency.
She doesn't have any kind of fear here, but she probably should because eventually Raquel is going to pop this position open. just with her shoulder pressure.
Yeah. If Raquel can kind of sprawl back, you can see that it's kind of getting a little bit more open. We've got some daylight, or I can see some daylight through the legs, but unless Raquel sprawls heavy, she's not going to be able to open up that lock.
Now the arms come across the face.
Yeah.
And you can absolutely finish a head and arm choke from here, so Emma needs to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, chokes essentially are just applying pressure to the core, and she gets the submission.
Finish.
Wow, great, unexpected head and arm choke from the thing. Well, it was unexpected for the fans out there. She won.
Next, we've got a break.
So we're going to have a short little break, and then we will jump back in a moment. So we are going to be coming back with our next match, which is
Vivi.
Yeah, Vivi versus Ashley. I'm pretty excited to see this one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Vivi was like super aggressive in her first match against Rose. And it's almost like a bit of a clash of styles. Rose is quite dynamic in herself. Ashley seems to be playing more of a slow game. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it pans out. We are just waiting.
The athletes are having a brief break.
Yeah, for a brief break.
Back to it.
And we'll get back to our...
This is a lot of matches for them.
Yeah, and it's in a really short space of time as well.
And they're having to switch back and forth between gi and no gi, and it's just, there is a lot going on for them.
Yeah. So, we're just waiting for them to get ready. You can see Vivi over the far side of the mat. Obviously, they also sometimes have to do like outfit changes as well. So that...
if you've ever tried to put spats on sweaty, you'll understand why they're all wearing shorts.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You gotta, plastic bags or socks, that helps. So this is gonna be a no-gi match. Just waiting for them to come up.
A lot of no-gi matches.
Yeah, we have had a lot of no-gi matches. Vivi coming down our runway.
All right, and we're off.
Yeah, and we're in.
Vivi
Nice.
straight
Vivi
to the pole.
Bit of a slower pace from Vivi in this match now.
One of the things that we're seeing from some of the lower belt athletes is how the upper belts, the black belts, are able to force them to change their pace.
Yeah.
It's been very interesting so far.
Yeah,
and
nice concentration there.
It's not even like a technical skill, right? It's just the ability to force them to either speed up or slow down in a way that they don't necessarily want to.
Yeah, that was a beautiful little sequence from Ash. From a coaching standpoint, it was like crossface. Vivi brought the knee back, she pushed the knee back down, crossface, knee back down, isolated the knee, and then got into this deep half guard position. And now actually slowly working her way up higher. It's just really good discipline.
Really nice control there from Vivi, actually. Good.
Turned onto her side. She might try and switch into deep half guard.
It looks like a lockdown attempt here?
Yeah, almost. She's
Like
trying
a
to,
backwards lockdown?
yeah,
Upside
maybe go
down
to a
lockdown?
waiter
Ooh,
guard
nice
position.
waiter sweep here. But Ash is too good at sprawling that leg free.
Yeah, she sprawled, went head and arm again, slides over into the mount. Vivi's trying to scramble. And
no?
I don't think there was any points there scored because there's no solidified pass or mount position.
Now there is.
I think Ashley's got it. Whoa! And still no.
Still no points.
Yeah, still no points.
Vivi's doing a good job of pulling that knee back inside.
Stuff. Vivi's doing a great job. Ashley just can't quite stabilize the positions for long enough.
There's the heavy
And again,
pressure.
Vivi turns. Now Ashley's getting. She is. Looks like she's got the. No, the foot's caught up in the half guard still.
Yeah, the foot's caught in the half guard still, but
Yeah.
she's working her way towards the back. Good. Vivi really needs to be careful here. This head and arm choke is going to be tight.
Yeah.
As soon as Ashley
She's been doing
slams
a
it
good
on.
job of just kind of reframing the position. Now Ashley's getting deeper. She's trying to switch between the knee slide and going towards the mount. As I learnt from another Ashley Williams. Butter mount is apparently the modern term for like the opening of the guard from this position, where you end up with kind of like a butterfly guard, but you're in mount. I like to keep up with the lingo. I do, yeah.
Okay.
I get a lot of abuse of it from my friend Dan. There
Really
you go, there's a bit of butter
heavy
mount.
pressure.
I'm still not quite clear of that guard position.
I am not sure that I would qualify that as a guard.
I think, Vivi's doing just enough to prevent the points or the solidify of the position and forcing Ashley to keep working. Every time that Ashley comes over the top.
One downside to that is that she's getting tired doing it.
Yeah.
Like this heavy pressure on the head again is just
Okay,
exhausting. Now I would call that a pass.
Well, no, she's done it again.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any stabilization.
Yeah, she managed to retrap that
Yeah.
foot.
And again, she comes through. So this is
If I
really
were
just
Ash,
Vivi.
I would try and take the back for sure.
Yeah. Now she looks like she's got the
now
hooks
the
in.
hooks are in. Now,
Yeah.
now the point comes in.
Now
That
they
was
should get the point.
amazing strategy from Vivi.
And
There
shouldn't,
is no- there
shouldn't
is
she
no-
get 2 points for the pass into the back?
She didn't pass.
No, technically she didn't pass,
She
yeah.
didn't pass. It should only be one.
Oh,
point.
I've put the points on the wrong side.
Oh.
Ashley in that body triangle
Yeah.
position.
We do give points for the body triangle, but that would not have been points for the body triangle because Ashley made that adjustment, not
Yeah.
Vivi. Again, Vivi doing a really good job fighting those hands, defending the neck.
Yeah, people often say to go over to this side on the body triangle. Unfortunately, anybody who's good, and particularly who's got flexible knees and ankles, is not
They
gonna,
don't care.
They don't care, and it kind of almost traps you in a little bit tighter because you can't step against the leg.
And
It looks like
Ashley's
Ashley's trying
not
to apply
gonna-
pressure here.
Vivi's trying to do that foot lock against the
Yeah.
the body triangle, but I've never managed to tap a woman
No.
with that.
I actually try to bridge over when they do this, and I'll just go belly down with a body triangle. It's like a little bait that I like to do.
Ash is just fighting for the neck
Yeah.
position, it looks like here. Oh, nice little smother. Everybody loves a smother.
Everybody loves a smother. Yeah.
Good.
Vivi doing a good job of defending still.
Yeah, Vivi is hard
Turning
to
and changing
kill.
that angle. Yeah, she's doing a great job. We're into the
She has had some tough
Power half
matches
Nelson.
thus far against some really good competitors, and they have
Yeah.
all, she's given them hard rounds.
Yeah, Ashley almost underneath the neck now.
Yeah.
Got a better angle of it.
The pressure's coming on now.
Yeah.
You can see the pace is increasing. Vivi
Yeah.
knows that this is getting tighter and tighter.
Yeah, she's doing a good job of really reacting well to positions. Nice switch off by Ashley to the other side of the body triangle.
Oh, this is good for Vivi. If she can get her shoulders to the mat. Ashley might have to switch towards something else. She can't control that upper body here.
Nice, Ashley working again. Can't see the position of the arm. It looks like Ashley's underneath now.
It does, yeah. It looks like she's at least attempting to squeeze a submission here, whether or not it's on.
Stretch out the neck. If she like squeezes enough, it doesn't need to be perfect.
I can hear Vivi's breathing
Yeah, she's bridging into it to try and relieve the pressure. Ashley looks very calm. It almost looks like she's not actually attempting to squeeze at the moment.
Not yet. It doesn't look like she's quite in the position yet.
Yeah. Again, good job from Ashley, just not giving up the burning out her grips unnecessarily.
Yeah, there's once she was on the back, Ashley has been stuck on the back, which is something that I really like to see.
Still got 3 minutes to go in this match. A bit more smothering from Ashley. Surprised she's not attempted a wrist lock yet.
Extra points for wrist locks.
Yeah. We could make that a rule.
I do what I want.
Yeah. That's one of the fun things about running a show is you can just do what you want. Again, Ashley not quite underneath the neck.
Well,
nice job from Vivi. She's cleared one of the hooks now. Starting to get her hip free.
She has to be careful with this because this is where the choke comes on. Oh, nice.
Nice
really
recovery
good
from
escape.
Vivi. Ashley's trying to pass again. Vivi's got that Kimura
Vivi needs
grip.
to be careful because this is an arm bar.
Yeah, if Ashley can step all the way
over the head.
I like the referee Ryan's got one of our fancy Kairos stickers on his shirt.
I know he was so upset when I told him we didn't have T-shirts. So
he made his own T-shirt. It's very fancy as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, a perfect opportunity for a cradle.
Remember, there's only been 1 point scored.
Yeah, it's
Ashley
close.
needs to stay on top.
Yeah, I mean, Ashley's been pretty well in control of this position. She's using this near side underhook very well. Using it to free up her leg too. Again, Vivi back on that wrist again.
Ashley can jump to the back here, though. Again, Vivi needs to be careful. I think we're low on time, though.
Yeah.
Our scorekeepers have the throwing belt out.
Nice. Ashley needs to be careful. Legs inside the guard. Baiting
Back
Vivi.
on the back.
Now, Vivi rolling. Ashley doing a great job of hiding her feet in the transition. Again, Ashley's just kind of riding her on top. Like she's not burning through tons of energy. She's just not letting Vivi get anywhere.
And she knows that she has Rose in the next round. Rose is a formidable competitor.
Yeah. Nice job. Ashley again just shutting down those hips.
Really nice, heavy position. They kicked each other in the face, and they.
Nice, Rose. Ashley needs to be careful. Nice job from Ashley.
That was a
nice ground.
Very beautiful attempt.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be.
Nope, the foot's stuck.
That was close.
No, she's really good at getting that foot
she is
inside.
really good at just recovering that foot.
That strategy is so good in an event like this because she could easily squeeze out a win against Ashley if she's, or at least a draw.
If she can get on top. I don't know how long's left.
I think we're about to go.
Time.
Today I'm having post-intro chat with Moti Takwoingi. Imagine it's the 27th of April and you just won the £2,000 prize pool. How are you feeling? So, Libby, how are you preparing for your very first Kairos event? And you think you're a bit worried about coming on a podcast? Even a seasoned podcast host can get a bit nervous about. Hayley, thank you so much for your inspiration. I feel so much more uplifted from this conversation, which is always the aim.
So next up we have Hayley Valentine versus Libby Genge. Interesting kind of stylistic matchup between these two.
Yeah, I'm excited for this match.
So this Kairos is sponsored by Brightstrand, sorry. They're a go-to team for world-class HPE non-stop IT services.
Okay, here we are. I have to say, every single athlete in here is going to smell horrible by the end of the night. So much nogi.
Yeah.
We had a really exciting match from Hayley last time.
Yeah.
Libby is 2 matches deep, I think.
She is, yeah. I mean, she's put on some really heavy top
Oh,
pressure.
and
Beautiful
that
at
was a
Lucimada.
beautiful
But then you can kind of
connection.
see the kind of experience. Nice head and arm position from Hayley.
Nice from Hayley here.
This is what I want to see when I'm wrestling.
Yeah. I want
know,
to see
she's-
2 tiny people fighting like cats in a bag.
Yeah, exactly. She's trying to transition off to that cradle.
Yes, good. Go, hit the trigger. Come on. There.
Oh,
Nice
beautiful.
head and arm from Libby.
And nice scramble up.
Oh, and
from
she's going
Hayley.
off towards the that kind of old school Kimura position.
Nice and quick. Come on. Work for it. 1 minute.
Oh, Hayley's got her knee underneath. Hayley's got her knee underneath. Can she make the space?
Yeah, she's trying to throw that leg in front. Heavy pressure
Libby
from
is
Ashley.
too heavy.
From Libby.
There you go. Big up head. Fit.
Stepping over to the mount, really solid.
Squeeze. Go on.
Libby gets to be an honorary member of the Tiny Rhino Club after today.
Does she?
Yeah.
Wow, you should maybe give her a
I'll
sticker.
give her a sticker.
Yeah, she's doing excellent Tiny
Like
Rhino.
heavy pressure from Libby.
Yeah, she really wants to get these quick submissions as well. Like she understands the kind of opportunity that she's got. Like she's got probably the quickest one so far, right?
Yeah, definitely the quickest one so far. Not
Yeah.
even close. She's watching the clock. Again, with these kids that have been competing since
Yeah.
they were toddlers. they have the
Nice
experience.
jumping over.
Oh,
Back again. Lovely. Guys, finish it.
I know she works for, I think it's like British Wrestling, like running some of their events, so she'll be well experienced. Oh, brutal
beautiful
guillotine.
submission.
So, coming up next.
Fran
Yeah,
versus
Francesca
Lucy.
Lana versus Lucy Wynne.
We are going to see some bendy
Yeah.
nonsense in this.
This is going to be exciting.
In the gi.
In the gi, which is real exciting. I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen in this one because they are both super bendy, very dexterous, and they have completely contrasting colors.
Yes, we'll be able to
which
see
is,
who is who.
yeah, it's not even white. There's no white gis involved in this. It's a very exciting time. Just waiting for them.
So as the standings are currently, you've got Rose with 2 wins and Ashley with 2 wins in Group A, and you've got Raquel and Hayley tied with 1 win in Group B, and Libby with 2.
Yeah, bit of a double pull action.
We see Fran standing up though.
I
which
would,
is-
yeah. Fran did a good job. Like, yeah, and she scores the
Scores the
point for the
point.
takedown.
Lucy is incredibly tall for this division.
Yeah, right?
Honestly, all these girls are really tall for this division. Lucy,
Nice, like leg drag throw by. Beautiful
Oh.
recovery though.
and this
And-
is why I was making the comment about height, because when somebody's this tall for a division,
Yeah.
man, the triangles are dangerous.
Yeah. So this Kairos is sponsored by Frontier Risk Group, leaders in world-class security risk management training. I'd like the
Really
referee maybe to
heavy
bring
pressure.
them back into the middle a little bit.
Bring your right hand underneath her lower back. Keep her in bounce, keep her in bounce.
That's good, like excellent coaching there from her corner.
Nice, good
Good.
decision from Fran to bring the match back in bounds so that
Yeah.
she doesn't lose position.
Yeah, if Fran ducks her head over to
She
where
can
her
duck
arm is.
into this gap.
Yeah.
She'll be able to take the
Looks
back.
like she's- oh my good gracious, that is the
We're gonna have to invent a new.
that is an insane escape. It looks like Fran has that first
She
hook.
has the first hook.
Like,
Lucy is literally in a full straddle at
yeah,
the moment.
like I really hope that one of our social media guys got that as an escape because
Violet's
that is
on it. Violet's there.
that is a clip and a half.
But Fran has got the.
And looking at driving that second hook in as well.
Is Fran
Like-
going to be mean and make her go belly down in this
Oh my
position?
god, I think Lucy wouldn't care. In
No.
all honesty.
Our ref is looking both appalled at the
Yeah.
position and
Is the
confused.
leg still out to the
Yes,
side?
it's still out to
oh
the
my
side.
goodness. I think our referee's just checking on her. Now we've got that choke in. Nice. Excellent job from Lucy
Yeah,
changing the
really good.
angles.
Oh.
Going belly down.
Oh, and a good twist there.
Yeah.
Really good escape. Fran needs to get that bottom hook in,
Yeah.
but she's been.
She's
quite
using those
dominant
grips,
in this
yeah.
position.
She's using those grips really well just to kind of pull into the position.
Lucy's.
And she gets the
She
submission.
gets the submission.
Beautiful work there. Really nice from Fran. Against someone who has just wildly crazy flexibility.
That is what I was discussing, though. How sometimes it's easier to go around the back of somebody flexible than it is
Yeah.
to pass their guard. What an exciting match.
Yeah, really great match from those guys.
I like seeing weird stuff.
Okay, coming up next, we have Moti versus Raquel. So just waiting for them to come out. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, sometimes that happens. There you saw one of our social media people, Violet. The amazing Violet Xanthi walking across the front of the camera. She definitely should know better. Oh.
Oh, we have to have a
Yeah, we've got
costume
a costume
briefly.
change. Okay, we are going to be back in just one moment.
I'll switch these two round because Rose is putting
13 and 15.
13 and 14.
13 and 14.
So then
So-
after this, it will be
Okay, so we are ready for our next match. Coming out are Moti and Raquel. This is going to be a no-gi extravaganza.
Moti looking so camouflaged, I can't even see her.
Yep, can't even see Moti.
Moti in the camouflage, Raquel in the black.
Yeah, we can only see Moti on, oh my goodness.
Loudest
very
guard
dramatic
pull.
guard pull. One of our referees, Eric, would be very proud of how loud that was. He's giving me the thumbs up over in the corner.
Raquel looking like she's trying to invert up underneath here. Using the underhook and the reverse Delahiva here. Moti's doing a good job of keeping the far leg from helping Raquel invert, but it's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
Oh, nice heavy hip pressure there. Oh,
nice.
good
Into
defense.
the 50-50 again.
Raquel is a 50-50 fiend.
Yeah, she is a 50-50 fiend.
Oh.
Onto the heel?
Onto the heel, but
Moti's
just doesn't care.
yeah, super flexible.
Ongoing problem with fighting women. They're made of rubber.
Yeah, you often talk about how heel hooks are...
nope.
Oh, Moti's on a heel hook now.
Moti's on a heel hook now, but
Nice.
Raquel...
Yeah, you often talk about it's a lot harder to finish women with heel hooks than it is for men.
Got one for
We've got
Raquel.
1 point for
bottom.
Raquel, yeah.
Raquel again, heavy into that heavy. Ooh.
Nice, Moti back on the heel. Oh, she gets the submission.
Finished it. Beautiful finish.
Beautiful finish from Moti. Okay, we are going to jump out to an ad break just for a second while we get our athlete checked out. No one wants to see that.
I'm still very new to jiu-jitsu, so it's been really nice to train with people of all different belts and different abilities and different backgrounds, so that's been ace.
Doing some breathing exercises, we've been getting them rolling around on the mats, taping their mouths closed, pushing and playing around with their nervous systems. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm coaching that myself, but some of the bits and pieces in that which they were teaching I'd never ever seen before, and yeah, just really good. Food's been exceptional.
I really enjoyed the no-gi samurai steps, doing the leg switch stuff. It was just something a bit new for me, something I've not really seen much in jiu-jitsu before.
I'm Martin Stapleton. I'm down here this weekend to coach a seminar on how to use the switch for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and also to run a mindset seminar.
I'm Antonio Sheldon, professional MMA fighter and BJJ black belt. I've had the honour to be invited to teach a seminar today, and I'm going to teach somewhat the back mount. It's going to be the seated head and arm.
My name is Lloyd Cooper. I'm the head coach of Gripper Jiu-Jitsu. I've been fortunate enough to teach here today, but obviously some of my students here as well. I think that open mentality that we have in my club is definitely matched here at the 866 camp, where, like I say, it's a melting pot of ideas and people sharing techniques.
Okay, so next up we have
Rose and Ashley. In the gi.
Rose versus
I'm so
Ashley
excited about
in
this.
the gi. That
so
is
excited about this one.
very exciting.
Yeah, these guys are both high-level gi competitors at black belt and have been for a number of years, so I'm excited to see this match. Okay.
Yeah, this should be real interesting. Rose immediately pulling guard and stepping in. So De La Hiva going double sleeve. really fast transitions through guards, going straight into the X. Beautiful attack onto the foot as well.
One.
Man, Rose is setting up her guards incredibly nicely. Like, and straight in on that foot too.
Ashley
Transitions
is
out of it.
hard to attack
Yeah.
in the feet. She's got very bendy ankles. And again, it's just one of those things that when you fight women, you got to get used to your ankle blocks not working. You got to use them to connect to other things because women are just so bendy.
Just having a reset out of the position.
Rose back to that lasso. Ashley in her passing posture here. See if Rose drops back underneath again. Ashley trying to use the combat base to. She's trying to drag the leg across the body to make an angle to pass, but Rose is back underneath her again. And nice turnover there from Rose. Ooh, and a nice back step from Ashley. Rose, Ashley has to be careful here. She's very exposed to the arm bar and the.
Watch these connections.
You can hear them. Rose just kicked Ashley in the back of the head and apologized.
I mean, no one wants to get kicked in the back of the head, do
I
they?
think the last time I fought Ashley, we had a full conversation in the middle of the London Open. In the middle of the tournament.
Yeah, I thought it was all about how it wasn't points or
Yeah, it
something.
was all
silly
about
like
how
that.
the it's
on that
tight.
toe, and
Oh,
she gets
it's
the
on,
submission.
yeah.
Beautiful job from Rose. That was fast as well.
Yeah,
that was
but
real
that's not as
fast.
fast as Moti.
You don't think?
No. I think that puts Rose through the division. I don't think anybody else is going to be able to touch her.
Yeah, she's up 3 wins, right?
Yep. So I think we're going to see Rose go through. But next up,
We have
Emma
Yeah.
and Libby. Well, we got more gi matches coming up. That's nice.
This is Libby's last match, right?
This is Libby's, this is Libby's last match. And again, and barring anything crazy happening, I think we're going to see Libby going through as well. But we shall see. Libby has had an incredible tournament up her side of the bracket.
Yeah, she's had an amazing performance.
Like just really dominant and controlled the entire time. Had a really tough match against Raquel Ferreira, who's a very good competitor herself. Oh,
Beautiful ankle pick. And then straight into the pass as well.
This is, we talked about this earlier, but now Libby got under Emma's legs because Emma is not quite as bendy as Lucy.
Yeah. Nice recovery though.
Yeah.
Looking for that.
She's dragging her
Yeah.
back in while she's trying to Americana her, which is, I
Yeah.
think, a very...
It looks like she might get it here. She
and
does.
she finished. And it's over.
It's over. Beautiful. Again, that's what, 3 submissions for Libby now, I
That
think?
is 3 submissions and 1 draw.
Wow, beautiful work. So coming up next, my apologies, we have,
Vivi and Lucy.
yeah.
Today I'm having posing for chat with Moti Takwoingi. It's the 27th of April and you just won the £2,000 prize pot. How are you feeling? Libby, how are you preparing your very first Kairos event? And you think you're a bit worried about coming on a podcast. Even a seasoned podcast host can get a bit nervous, Fran. Hayley, thank you so much for your inspiration. I feel so much more uplifted from this conversation, which is always the aim.
So we're going to have a slight change from our match schedule. We're going to have Hayley is going to go against Moti in the, I'm not sure what it is actually.
I
Oh,
think
it's
they're
in
Nogi.
the Nogi. So Moti's last match was very, very short.
Hayley has had some great matches. I think that she's gotten, I'm going to mention the smelliness again, so smelly that she's changed her rash guard. So that's nice for her opponents. And Hayley has not had to put on a gi yet.
Yeah, which probably makes her quite happy.
Yeah.
Nice and low position.
Although I know she's quite an active gi competitor as well. Moti does not start this match with one.
Oh no, she does not.
But that was a beautiful pass.
Explosive pass.
No points because no stabilization, but really nice movement from Hayley. She needs to be careful about being on her heels.
Yeah.
Moti can use that. Nice, again on the pass. I'd like to see her connect straight back into it. Moti can use this to maybe shoot to a shotgun armbar or an omoplata on the far side.
Yeah, she can drag the armbar using like a tricep grip. Man, Moti has not had a lot of mat time yet today, has she?
No.
You know, she had the first initial very kind of quick submission loss, I think, and then
a very quick submission
and then a very
win.
quick submission win as well.
Yeah, I think she has had the least time of anybody.
Going overhead now, Moti going inside.
Entry.
Beautiful into this heel hook.
And good heel hook defense from Hayley too. She knows that heel hook's going to be there, and
she's got tight position.
She's not going to let her just peel it out. She saw what happened in Hayley's last match, or Moti's last match.
Nice job from Hayley, just separating the legs. Now go.
That's
oh my goodness,
Moti.
going into a Z lock for Moti. This is real tough to escape.
Such a tight position.
Beautiful. Now she's going to elevate the hip up.
What Hayley needs to do now is be really careful of everything.
Yeah. Moti needs a little bit more bend in the leg. You can see that Hayley's almost going to tap from this. This is
hard to watch.
This is ugly flexibility. I don't even want to think about that. Yeah, she gets the submission.
Everybody's making a face.
Yeah. Even our medic was quite like, she was having a moment.
Everybody's just happy that one's done.
Yeah, beautiful work from Moti. And again, incredibly short mat time.
Okay. Next we've got Vivi and Lucy.
Yeah, hopefully they had enough of an opportunity to get changed. We will see. We'll see what happens.
The funny thing about women's jiu-jitsu is that they spend all this time chatting with each other, and then they try and beat each other.
Yeah, they're just taking a couple of moments.
We have a baby here that needs to be fed.
There's a lot of
stuff
action.
going on.
We're going to call it action that's happening.
And looks like Lucy's ready.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for a few moments. Yeah, and after this match, we have one of our super fights. Yeah, which is Valentina
and Martha.
Valentina
Pensavalle and Martha Fairfax.
Yeah, both these guys.
The giantess juveniles.
I know. They're really.
Do we have both of them?
Really bright, up and coming young competitors. And it looks like the athletes are now ready.
Okay, everybody's in costume.
Everybody's ready to go.
To bring the party again.
Yeah. And
Lucy in the pink, Vivi in the black.
yeah, this one's nice and easy to tell apart, which is always good.
Again, can you not see how tall Lucy is for this division?
Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Right on the
beautiful back attack. And straight in on the neck as well. She's got the point.
She's got the point and she's got the
in
neck.
on the neck. It's underneath the neck, but Vivi gutting it out.
Vivi is, again, hard to kill.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of like fighting with her chin. Because that was a tight attack. Nice. Vivi again working to defend this body triangle. This is Lucy's first no-gi match.
Yeah.
I think she's predominantly a no-gi competitor, correct?
I am not sure, actually. We can check her thing.
Doing a great job of being in this body triangle. The transition out of the single was very, very fast. It was really nice.
Yeah, you can see that Vivi is just in every position, no matter who is on her, she's really good at fighting out of it.
Okay.
Lucy's losing the angle a little bit
Yeah.
here, but she needs to make sure that she stays on the back. She needs to work her way back around. Vivi's going to kind of shuck her over her shoulder, given an opportunity.
Vivi doing a good job of fighting the hands, trying to pass it over the head again. We saw her do that against Ashley.
Oh, and she's turning, she's making the adjustment. She's going to get her back towards the close guard, and then it's going to be a, oh.
Nice, pulling around the corner for a lat whip.
Again, just the height is really helping Lucy here.
Yeah.
And Vivi is not short for this division either, so you can see how tall Lucy
Look, she's
really
trying to go through the chin and get that strangle, switched off to the short choke. But Vivi's got a good bit of an angle now.
Yeah.
It's going to make it harder to put pressure on the carotid arteries.
Lucy needs to make good choices here and make sure that she maximizes on this position.
Nice, back into the back again.
Oh, now Lucy needs to use this to knee slide. Oh, and Vivi's out.
Vivi's out.
Vivi's out.
Vivi's out. But she is now down 2 points, captured into the 50-50.
But we've seen her come back before. She's come out of much tighter submission positions, so we'll see what happens.
You know, back in the day when Ryan Hall first started introducing the 50-50, this was one of the main ways they used to catch people, was when they pressured into the 50-50. The heel gets
I
really
like what
exposed.
Lucy's doing here.
Yeah.
She can cause a lot of trouble by just lifting her hips and going to the far leg.
Yeah. Using that foot on the back of the hamstring as well to kind of keep her hips high is very nice. Spinning all the way through the back. Needs to be careful with the toe hold. But you could also isolate the leg. And she gets the submission. Nice job by Vivi.
Yeah, I thought that was done a couple times in there.
Yeah. So I've just been told that we are going to have Moti versus Emma is going to be our next match.
Okay. Moti versus Emma. Does Moti have to change her clothes is the question.
I do not know. We are waiting to find out. So that is what I've been told is happening. I may be incorrect. I'm just doing what I get told to do. We're going to jump over to a sponsor break just for a few moments while we get this all sorted.
I'm still very new to Jiu-Jitsu, so it's been really nice to train with people of all different belts and different abilities and different backgrounds, so that's been ace.
Doing some breathing exercises, we've been getting them rolling around on the mats, taping their mouths closed, pushing and playing around with their nervous systems. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm coaching up myself, but some of the bits and pieces in that which they were teaching I'd never ever seen before, and yeah, just really good. Food's been exceptional.
I really enjoyed the nogi samnao steps, doing the leg switch stuff. It was just something a bit new for me, something I've not really seen much in Jiu-Jitsu before.
I'm Martin Stapleton. I'm down here this weekend to coach a seminar on how to use the switch for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and also to run a mindset seminar.
I'm Antonio Sheldon, professional MMA fighter and BJJ black belt. I've had the honour to be invited to teach a seminar today, and I'm going to teach somewhat the back mount. It's going to be the seated head and arm.
My name is Lloyd Cooper. I'm the head coach of Gripper Jiu-Jitsu. I've been fortunate enough to teach here today, but obviously some of my students here as well. I think that open mentality that we have in my club is definitely matched here at the 866 camp, where, like I say, it's a melting pot of ideas and people sharing techniques.
Children.
Okay, so next up we have Emma and Moti, and it is going to be in a gi match. Let's see if Moti is going to be on the map for longer than 2 minutes.
This is their final match for both of them,
Yeah.
I think. Moti with the red ankle band. Emma with no ankle band.
What's happening after this?
Moti's first gi match, I think. Okay, Moti with the lasso. Emma trying to circle the hand to pass the guard. Oh, attempt on the toe hold. Nice entry onto the knee bar here. Oh, it looks like she's going to try and take, Moti's going to try and take the back instead of
the matrix there. She's into a calf crush.
Yeah. Oh, and Hayley's on the, no, it was a knee bar and it was close.
Yeah.
But that was not Hayley, that's Emma.
Sorry, Emma. 1 point, I think, for Emma.
Moti.
Was that for Moti?
Should be for Moti. Moti was on the bottom and now she's on top.
Okay.
Nice passing position from Moti. Oh, I like that little step through. I would have liked to see her cut straight to the knee slide, though. If Emma wants to off balance, she really needs to. Okay, back in close guard. Both athletes taking a breather.
Yeah.
Moti up by 1 point.
Quick shout out to two chefs, the meal prep legends that are keeping athletes and everyday warriors fueled up right. Check them out on the Instagrams. Delicious meals.
Okay, Moti really needs to start her pass here, and Emma can't let her close the distance.
Yeah.
Moti's done a good job of getting close. She needs to fish out an underhook here, so Emma can't turtle. She's got a strong judo background, like we talked about, and they love to turtle.
Yeah, it kind of gets a bit instinctual for them, particularly when they've done a lot of
Yep,
competition,
there it
and you
is.
kind of see it. But now Moti is just, I mean, I would call this a pass in all honesty. Moti stabilised the position.
Well. Our coaches, our
the referee has said the same thing.
Good.
You know, it's really important that you move in those moments where the person on top is moving. If you don't, then it's just so hard to like stabilize or to create space if
Really
someone's heavy on
close
top.
to get the mount points there, but Emma trapped that foot just at the last second.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple of athletes use that rule really effectively strategically. Vivi.
Yeah, Vivi did a great job on
doing
it.
a really good job with it.
Yeah, it's a great example of how to kind of start your escape in the transition. Moti doing a good job of solidifying up high.
Now she's up in the mount, and she gets points for that.
Yeah, I mean, she should get 2 points for that one, right? For pass and then for the mount as well. Foot was trapped.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, looking for that tight choking position. Emma's starting to move.
Nice, leaning forwards, using that pressure.
You can see she looks confident in the
Yeah,
whether
Moti just taking her time.
She's confident that she's
Gets
got
the submission.
position.
Very nice, yeah. So,
Fran and Vivi.
next up we have
and Vivi.
Fran and Vivi.
Winner Just waiting on our refs to switch over now.
So just waiting for the rest to switch over. Oops.
Okay, here we go. We got Fran back in the no-gi.
Back in the no-gis again, third
Vivi
no-gis.
back in the no-gi.
Was Vivi in a gi last time?
Vivi was, nope.
Vivi what?
Vivi has had all no-gi matches, I think.
Yeah.
And we're off.
Jumping. Excitement.
Fran with the ankle band.
Oh, this time Vivi choosing to sit to the ground.
I think that was a good choice, honestly. Yeah. We've seen Fran play quite happily off her back the entire time.
So yeah, it's a really good decision from her. And it looks like Fran's got solid passing position. Vivi's doing a good job of using her right arm to stop the knee slide and shut off that space.
I think it's really common for small women to kind of not find their stride in passing if they don't find it natural until they're black belts.
Yeah.
She does have nice solid pressure on top here.
Yeah, and using those hips quite well to turn. Nice recovery there from Vivi.
You can see she's a little bit more mobile than some of the other like heavy pressure passers.
Nice use of the
this is good from Vivi,
X.
but I think that Vivi would actually have more success if she grabbed the tricep instead of the head.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to feed through. Fran's doing a good job of keeping it back though, keeping it well hidden.
Here, Fran can chase the back if she can. Oh, Vivi managed to slip underneath.
Nice, Fran. That's your position. Take your time. 5 jabs, remember. Nice.
Here, Fran trying to drive through. I think she was having more success going side to side, though, and using more mobility than pressure.
She's got a good separation now. Like Vivi's, has she still got the arm?
No, Vivi's got the
arm.
She's
got that arm. Oh my goodness, beautiful reversal. Going towards the legs. Vivi is, man, she is exciting.
And so is Fran, though.
Yeah.
She's had exciting matches.
Almost like a moment close to getting the pass, transitioning to the back. Good escaping from Vivi, but beautiful job of sticking tight to it.
Still no hooks, so no points.
Yeah. This Kairos is sponsored by Frontier Risk Group, the leaders in world-class security risk management training. Good. Fran looking, I mean, Vivi's been in this position a number of times so far, and it's always been a bit challenging
she has been
for opponents to get the submission. Yeah.
To submit from here.
Yeah.
Nobody has managed it yet.
Yeah, she's done a really good job of defending her back.
And she also has managed to come back and really put a lot of pressure on her opponents from this position. So.
Yeah, doing a really nice job.
Extend her up. Bring your hips in. Bring your hips in a bit more. Good. Nice.
Trying to switch off towards that body triangle. If she can get the foot on the hip, then Fran would be able to insert that second hook. Whereas Vivi is just keeping her leg high, and Fran's using that outside hook to control it.
I think the one difference here is Fran is a little bit smaller than the other women that Vivi has fought so far. And small women have arms like cheese wire.
Oh man, they're so painful. I know that from training with you.
That arm might get under there.
Yeah. Ooh. I can't see if it's underneath the neck or not, but it's close. She's got the chin on the shoulder, hand on the chin.
She doesn't have her arm to, and Vivi trying to wrist lock from the back.
Yeah,
I
it looks like
that.
Yeah, she's done a great job of just fighting the inside space again.
Extending your hips, good. Now let's go for it.
I think Fran would really benefit from bringing her to the other side.
It looks like Vivi might have cleared that second hook, or the first hook now.
The first hook is gone now. But Fran is under the neck, I think.
Nice, stepping over.
Nice body triangle, Fran. Let's work for it. Body triangle.
Gets the body triangle.
Yeah, don't move.
Or move.
Or move. Well, we told them not to move.
So we're going to reset, go back in.
Okay. Can't change it.
Look to control the ball hand, nice Fran. Keep tight. Nice Fran, good.
Fran doing a really good job of controlling the back. I actually think the reason why she's had slightly more success in this position is because she is slightly smaller. And it can be a lot easier to fit those hooks back into the back control.
Don't let her get back to the mat, Fran. Don't let her get back to the mat. Pull her across, pull her across.
Vivi is doing a really good job of being patient. And this is what I mean, like, there's just no space. Because Fran's legs are just a little bit smaller than everybody else's. I think a lot of these ladies generally fight at featherweight, and she fights at light feather. And 55 kilos is kind of right in the middle of those two divisions. Looks like Fran's lost control of the seatbelt.
Yeah, and you see Vivi's now trying to change the angle a little bit.
Yeah, she was really effective at this in her last matches.
Yeah, I mean, Fran, that hook of Fran is kind of just keeping her in position. So it just monitors that leg of Vivi.
Yeah, she's not able to turn her hips over. Again, I think this is a size thing.
That's it, yeah. When you're ready, you can just start throwing that leg over.
Fran working back up the neck.
Is she underneath me?
Not quite. She's kind of over the mouth.
Working on the wrist lock? From the back?
Nice, let's go. That's it. That's it, Fran. Elbows together.
Oh, it looks like things might be getting tighter up in there.
Hook now. Switch back to the outside. A lot of people have started favouring this body triangle with the inside hook. She's trying to work the
I think that she might
strangle.
have this. I think
Yeah,
that she
if she
might
can
have
maintain the
this.
squeeze, you can see that Vivi just bridges into it.
But I think that she doesn't have as much space in this match as she did against some of the other ladies.
Fran's got to be careful she doesn't burn her arms out.
I think that Vivi might go to sleep.
It's possible, yeah. Vivi's still defending the neck. You can kind of hear Fran like definitely interrupted breathing.
Vivi?
Yeah, for Vivi, sorry.
Oh, and she's lost it.
Out.
Exciting.
Man, just toughed it out. And now Vivi might shake her off.
I don't think so. I think using this half Nelson, we do not allow slams here, so you will not be seeing any of that, hopefully.
There's none of that Marcelo Garcia nonsense that happened
But now, there's a literal monkey on Vivi's back.
There's around about a couple of minutes left to go in the match. Fran's just attached to her back. And although Fran is in control, it is super tiring to squeeze on people for this long.
She needs to stay on the back. If she loses the back, she might have gassed enough that Vivi could come back.
You see that sometimes where people they just explode as soon as they get out, and the person on bottom is they're just fatigued from being in this position.
Yeah, from trying to squeeze, from trying to submit.
Vivi dropped back down to the ground.
I think
you're going to get the finish.
Great here. Vivi is tired. She has done this in 3 matches.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
she's been in this position for probably 7 minutes at the moment, which is a crazy amount of time to spend in a back control. I mean, you can even see Fran is definitely tired as well.
They're both very painful.
Nice and tight there, Fran. You're doing amazing. 1 minute 40 left. You're going to get the finish here.
I think we have about a minute left.
Yeah.
Oh, 90 seconds left.
1 minute 30, Fran.
Vivi is still fighting those hands.
Yeah. I mean, she's only down by a point, so
Yeah.
she can.
This is what I mean.
Can still
Fran
win.
has to be really careful. This is the time when you can easily lose a match against
Yeah.
the season's competitor. Vivi is so tired that she's shaking and she's just
Yeah.
still going.
Yeah, you can see it in her legs. Her legs are just kind of wobbling
Yeah.
all over the place.
1 minute to go, Fran.
Now, Fran is just literally like a spider monkey up her at the moment.
Yeah. It's got to be exhausting to just have somebody.
She's underneath the neck, she's twisting. She does have the angle now as well. She can pull her elbow back.
Ankle. If
Yeah,
I were
and
the
Vivi is
ref,
stood.
if I were the
was
ref, I would be much closer.
Yeah, she gets the submission. Beautiful job from Fran. Really nice work. Yeah. Okay, so next up,
Is it Raquel and Hayley?
yeah, Raquel and Hayley.
No, it's like we have Rose and Lucy.
No, Raquel and Hayley are coming on now. This was supposed to be our next match.
Some of our matches have gotten rearranged because we have
Yeah,
parenting happening.
yeah.
We are trying to facilitate women who have babies coming back to the sport, which means that we have to sometimes be a little bit more.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for the guys to come on and raise and see what's going to happen.
Our one camera guy is interfering with the other camera
Yeah,
guy.
it's not like they work in media or anything like that. So this was supposed to be our next match. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
Raquel has had to withdraw through injury. It's a shame. That would have been a fun match, I'm sure.
Yeah, that would have been
Bit of a
fun
clash of
without
styles.
Okay.
So we are going to jump
Now
over
we're
to
Rose and Lucy
Rose versus Lucy
in the gi.
in the gi. Okay, and again, we have some lovely contrast in the gi.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
I think Lucy's been hearing me and she thinks I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. Okay, Rose has been quite dominant in all
Yeah.
her matches so far.
She's done a really good job. Again, great guard pull. Lucy's got the knee in the middle though, which is nice. And it looks
Yeah.
like she's going off to the footlock straight away too. Rose using this, I call it tarantula guard. Some people call it half spider, but that's
Up
not even
Rose
closest
onto
to
the
its
foot.
cooler name. Coming up to the leg drag.
Oh, nice from Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy
Man,
doing a good
those
job
legs.
of reverting. Rose getting...
There's the pressure through the
Yeah.
inversion. Nice job from Rose turning the corner.
Again, we see the
Again,
splits from Lucy.
this defense. I need to learn this defense
How will Rose solve this problem?
by squashing
By
her.
that's the jumping on towards the back.
Here you can really see how tall Lucy
Yeah.
is. We cannot see Rose behind Lucy.
Interesting way to break the grip.
It seemed to work.
But now Rose can re-pull guard if she wants to. Looking for like a kind of a collar drag is Lucy.
Heavy pressure
Yeah,
from
heavy
Rose.
pressure from Rose. Passes over to the mount. She'll get two for this.
So 3-0.
Nice. Using that head and arm position again.
That bridge from Lucy is just so powerful.
And gets the submission.
Gets the submission. Okay, and I believe that's the end of the...
Yeah, that's the end of the main card. So we are going to go, oh yeah, we're going to take a real short break. and we're going to get our super fight guys ready to go.
And then we'll be back with the finals of that.
Today I'm having a cozy little chat with Moti Takwoingi. Imagine it's the 27th of April and you just won the £2,000 prize pool. How are you feeling? So, Libby, how are you preparing for your very first Kairos event? And you think you're a bit worried about coming on a podcast. Even a seasoned podcast host can get a bit nervous, Fran. Hayley, thank you so much for your inspiration. I feel so much more uplifted from this conversation, which is always the aim.
We've got like a minute. No, we're back on.
Just tell Vanessa that I'm here though, yeah?
Okay, so next up,
We've got our super fight.
yeah, our first super fight between Martha Fairfax
Oh, you got it. 6 minutes. Okay.
and
cool.
Valentina
Don't
Pensavalle.
let me change that before the next one, okay? All right, so we've got Valentina in black and Martha in white.
Yeah, nice shot on the double leg.
Right onto the guillotine. Nice defense from Valentina. Like I said, these two ladies are, I think about 16, 17. They are fighting under blue belt rules. Looks like Martha's got a nice tight arm lock here, like a overhook whizzer armbar position. Valentina's doing the right thing by pressuring in forward to take the weight off that arm. But that means that she's pressuring into the choke. So you gotta pick your poison, I suppose.
That's good. That's good.
Nice. Martha's climbing up high on the shoulder. But she's got
Still
that.
working on that choke,
those
That's
knuckles in the
tight,
neck
and using
are
it
tight.
up high onto the neck as well.
Valentina's doing exactly the right thing by continuously changing the angles.
Oh, you
and
can see it on
making
Valentina's
adjustments.
face,
Yeah,
though.
she's defending both the armbar and the choke really effectively here. Good push, and look, she's even made space. Now the triangle has come in, though. If Valentina can turn the corner, then she's going to be free, but Martha's got that triangle locked up tight. It's a beautiful armbar.
Going into the armbar and triangle
position.
again, yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice work.
I love watching these up-and-coming athletes. You know, I think Martha told me she's 17, and I think Valentina's 16. It's great to see these ladies fighting on this this card.
Yeah, getting this kind of like publicity, right?
Yeah, just great to see them able to participate in such a high-level event. Yeah, Valentina is 16, and she's free.
She's free,
nice,
man.
and she's forced Martha to turtle.
Wow, they're scrambling away. even Chelsea had to get in the way to try and avoid this.
That's it, again. Freeze.
Never mind. Let's go. Oh, mate. See what happens when I get kicks off me?
Yeah, it's posture stroke. You happy? Yeah. Ready? Fight. Stop climbing. That's it.
So again, attacking with the armbar as Martha, changing that angle, looking at switching off. Good job from Valentina, using that opportunity to open up the guard.
Nice.
Nice attack.
Nice,
looking
sweet.
at coming on top as Martha. Looks like she's going in.
Oh,
to the
nice
foot.
from Valentina.
Valentina
attempting to
regains
chase
top
the back.
position and smashes through.
What an exciting match from these
Yeah.
two ladies.
Looks like we might see some of the reverse close guards in the gi.
No, she's going to the
going
back
to the,
attack.
Yeah, to the baby bolo.
Oh, what an
Nice
beautiful
job from
jiu-jitsu.
Valentina again.
This has been an incredibly technically demanding
Now
match.
Valentina's on top. And Valentina gets her back down to the ground. Gets the point.
Martha now has to work to get that back.
Yeah.
Oh, but she's back on that arm again.
Yeah, Martha needs to work to get that point back now. Valentina can kind of take her time a little bit more.
Much.
Going into the armbar, she's almost on it.
Yeah, I think if she had slammed that on,
Yeah.
she might have gotten it.
She's going to underhook the leg. This is a good sweeping opportunity if she can do it. Going back to the
arm's
armbar.
Back on again.
Doesn't quite have it. She can use it to sweep though, potentially get on top. But Valentina toughing it out. Transitioning behind.
Man,
now Valentina's into a good guard passing position.
Such a nice little sit through that Martha's doing too.
Almost passing.
Oh, beautiful guard
Nice recovery.
retention. Oh, this is such a nice match. I love seeing the level of the kids coming through these days.
Yeah. Makes me glad I'm getting old.
Yeah. Fighting the Masters division.
Yeah.
Good. Again, this is an insane
Martha should
pace.
use this to come up on top. Good defense by Valentina. Martha pulls again. Referee's letting it go on. Looks like Martha was trying to go for the triangle there.
Yeah. Pause the time.
Still only the 1 point in it.
We're gonna go to close guard.
We are going to have a pull-in. The kids listen to the instruction of freezing, which is excellent.
Better than the adults.
Yeah, much better than the adults.
This is just such a high-paced match.
Yeah.
Such impressive work from these two.
Nice, she's gone that high guard again, underhooked the leg.
Good.
She's done this a couple of times, but every time Valentina's been able to...
Valentina's done a good job turning the corner.
It's going to be interesting whether Valentina decides to just hold on. Stepping on the shoulder. If she can break that grip, she can shoot into the triangle. She's broken the grip on the hip. Referee's trying to get out of the ice hockey position.
We've got 20 seconds left.
We both did it. Excellent match between these girls. Only came down to 1 point. So here we have Valentina getting her medal, and we are in just a few moments going to jump over to Okay, so we are just getting set up for our next super fight, which is going to feature Daniel Degrroot and Tommy Yip. Daniel is going to be very unhappy because he's now in the gi. He did a lot of practice of flipping coins and it seems that it did not work.
Didn't go the way he expected.
He was really trying to get into that no-gi, but unfortunately, well, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, he is going to be fighting in the gi. And here we have Tommy. Dan threatening the eye poke again. So these guys have actually fought a couple of times before, and in one of their matches, Daniel savagely poked Tommy in the eye. But Daniel is up 2-1 against Tommy. Beautiful split from Tommy into the half guard. But Dan is very, very good from this position.
Tommy just coming off a really nice performance at the AJP.
Yeah. No, it was the Grand Slam in London.
Grand Slam, that's right.
Yeah, he hit a couple of beautiful
really
knee
nice
bars.
matches.
Had a very close match with a meow.
I'd like to see more shoulder pressure from Tommy here, I think.
Tommy doing a good job framing with that leg.
If you bring the shoulder pressure, it makes you less likely to get shoulder crunched.
Yeah, nice little reverse, and Dan comes up on top.
Single leg on that read.
Tommy trying to bridge it back over.
Did we get a point for that?
I think we are going to have
we did
a
get
point for that.
Yeah. Dan burying his head.
Yeah. Tommy using this belt grip and into a triangle was Dan adjusted.
That was a beautiful.
Using it to transition off towards the back here. Really fluid jiu-jitsu from Tommy.
Pretty sure that's the technique that Dan taught in his seminar. I'm just saying.
Oh, we've got the no arm in triangle. Oh my goodness. No one wants that.
We're judging on this show. Is he awake? Can we check and make sure he's awake?
We're hoping he's okay. Dan's still breathing, he's still there. Tommy just really gutting it out. Really nice work. Oh my goodness, and he drops it back in again. But Dan this time has blocked it a little bit better with his chin.
I think we're going to look at maybe another belt drag, but that belt's too loose now.
Dan just using that moment just to kind of... Beautiful work from Tommy, not letting Dan rest at all.
Interesting decision to spin instead of...
get the top position,
tying the score here.
Yeah. Nice, Tommy now coming up on top. Yeah, getting that point.
Oh, and...
It looks like Daniel's got it back, yeah. Looks like Dan, was that a lapel guard that Dan was using? Tommy trying to sweep back again. Nice. Dan's staying very far back from these grips.
As he should. He knows the omoplata is a distinct threat. He knows that because they taught a seminar together yesterday.
And he's avoiding that shotgun armbar position as well.
I would like to see Dan pass more on his feet and less on his knees. I think this is kind of killing the side-to-side movement.
Really fast-paced match at the moment. 1 point up for Tommy now.
Essa perna aí da meia vai passando o teu braço por debaixo também. Esconde o teu braço embaixo da perna dele. E só cuidado com o nibar aí, nessa perna aí, ó. Tá alta, tá? Fica atento nessa perna. Isso, ó. Vai empurrando o joelho dele pra baixo dentro da guarda.
So back into this half guard position.
See, again, I would like to see Tommy use a heavier crossface here and kind of bring his weight down more so that Dan can't make distance between them as easily. Oh. Dan trying to knock. Oh, beautiful heavy pressure here. Beautiful heavy pressure here.
Yeah, nice work. Really nice back and forth match from both guys.
Oh. That is just so heavy. We found every single featherweight that wants to pressure pass in the whole country.
None of them using like speed passing.
Put them all in this tournament.
Dan doing a really good job of just keeping these hips very heavy.
If Dan can cut his right knee inside, he can start working towards the mount, but Tommy's doing a really good job of blocking that space.
I would like Dan to turn his hips a little bit more, so he's more in like a knee slide position.
Yeah,
he's trying to step in front and go to that kind of dope mount. That would be able to smash the hips a lot further.
I think the knee is too much in the way here.
Yeah.
To achieve that.
Dan's staying very, very heavy on top now. I mean, this is a good position for him. He could potentially like upgrade his grips with like Bravo grips and things like that.
I think that he could also move this grip that's up the back higher up the body to create more of a twist.
Yeah. Tommy doing a good job of inverting underneath. Dan trying to just use like a little bit of leg work, and now Tommy is into the butterfly guard. What?
We just got some toes.
Yeah, we got a toe issue.
Okay.
We're gonna have a
drag.
Bit of a drag. Honestly, looks silly, but probably the best way to reset a match.
It's definitely the best way to reset a match.
Yeah, less variation. Tommy goes into that close guard. So at the moment, it is Dan's up by a point at the moment. It's a super close match. If you, some people are saying the coin flip was rigged. Absolutely not. You can check them all out on Instagram if you want to.
Yep. We did them all live.
Yeah, they're all done live.
Listen, if the coin is not perfect, I can't help it. Talk to the person I got it from off Etsy.
Maybe Tommy just did more coin flipping practice than
maybe.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Dan up by 1 here.
Yeah.
Again,
nice, into that armbar.
Incredible.
Beautiful
pace
transition
for a
out by
match.
Tommy. Into the knee.
Into the knee bar.
Yeah, he's got some great knee bars. Now into 50-50.
We've seen so much 50-50 this
Yeah,
event.
Tommy getting the point for the sweep. So it's back to tied again.
That for how long? 3 minutes left.
Yeah, about 3 minutes left. Tommy unwinding the 50-50, looks like he's going for a triangle. He was talking about a position yesterday which he called 50 spider. I don't know what Tommy was doing there.
Trying to break the posture.
Oh, okay.
Same way Lucy did.
Daniel's freeing himself up. He's back up on top.
That should be another
So he's going to
point.
get the point for the on top.
For the on top, is it?
Yeah, for the on top.
For the on top.
That's the technical term.
Oh,
Looking
and
at getting to that leg
beautifully
drag.
timed
Very
leg
nice
drag.
work. Tommy showing that dexterity. Trying to stay heavy.
Oh.
Daniel was getting it there.
What?
Solidifies that pass really well. Yeah. He's going to get the point for that.
Daniel, só vai na boa, só vai na boa. Afasta de novo, afasta as pernas. Tira as pernas daí.
Nice,
Oh,
back up
Dan.
on top. They changed it. Nice, Tommy looking at sweeping up.
Oh, attempt at that shotgun armbar.
Should be tight.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
right there.
avoiding by Daniel
Yeah.
as well.
Really beautiful spider guard off balances here. We must be coming close to the end because
Yeah.
Tommy's pace has increased
Yeah, I like-
significantly.
I like the way that Dan's just kind of rolling through and then bouncing back up on top.
It's often the most effective way to do with the spider guard because it's such a energy-intensive position
Yeah.
when you have to fight it.
Dan trying to work the leg drags again.
It was a good leg drag the last
Yeah.
time when he hit it. The
Yeah, he got
timing
really
was
nice
perfect.
timing. A little bit of a dummy sweep.
That stupid sweep only works when people
Yeah.
are stupid, which is, you know, Dan's not.
Tommy going back into the lapels again.
We got 40
Tommy
seconds
like
left.
could sneak around to the back
He
if Dan's not careful
Dan is
using that
high-
grip.
He's using the, he's
Oh, he's
baiting
going
the
Sao Paulo
omoplata,
pass. Yeah.
But he's baiting Tommy to go to the omoplata because he thinks that that's going to be
Well, I think he's trying to use that Sao Paulo
Yeah, I
pass where he
agree.
steps over the leg here.
But this is...
But often you get people who will just like give up the bag. The only good thing is it is killing the time and it's making it very hard for Tommy to go to anything else.
Exactly.
Daniel now coming back into the middle.
Dan needs to run around and just
Yeah,
kill time.
look, almost into a leg drag again, burying his head.
10 points for the scorekeepers. They nailed the athletes.
No, it was only a point for the referee. Really nice match between Tommy and Dan.
Beautiful match.
I think Tommy said he was going to retire if he lost again. That was the... Really awesome match between the guys. We're going to present Dan with his medal. It's been amazing having both these guys on the card. That was a hard fought match. We're going to be back in just a few minutes where we are going to have our final, which is going to be between Libby and Rose. Both had some amazing performances. Stick around for that. It's going to be coming up in just a few minutes.
I'm still very new to jiu-jitsu, so it's been really nice to train with people of all different belts and different abilities and different backgrounds, so that's been ace.
Doing some breathing exercises, we've been getting them rolling around on the mats, taping their mouths closed, pushing and playing around with their nervous systems. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm coaching up myself, but some of the bits and pieces in that which they were teaching I'd never ever seen before, and yeah, just really good. Food's been exceptional.
I really enjoyed the nogi samnao steps, doing the leg switch stuff. It was just something a bit new for me, something I've not really seen much in jiu-jitsu before.
I'm Martin Stapleton. I'm down here this weekend to coach a seminar on how to use the switch for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and also to run a mindset seminar.
I'm Antonio Sheldon, professional MMA fighter and BJJ black belt. I've had the honour to be invited to teach a seminar today, and I'm going to teach somewhat the back mount. It's going to be the seated head and arm.
My name is Lloyd Cooper. I'm the head coach of Gripper Jiu-Jitsu. I've been fortunate enough to teach here today, but obviously some of my students here as well. I think that open mentality that we have in my club is definitely matched here at the 866 camp, where, like I say, it's a melting pot of ideas and people sharing techniques.
So we are back and we are here with our final, which is going to feature Rose El Sharuni versus Libby Genge.
In the nogi.
In the nogis.
So we got Rose with like a kind of scrappier style and
Libby with
a heavy pressure passing style. Libby has been an incredible standout in this event.
Yeah. Libby's done she's had some amazing performances. She's had some really quick submissions, tons of heavy pressure, a heavy collar tie.
Yeah, just a slap.
Yeah.
Kairos to mine.
Just leave it. Nice. Trying to use that pressure again. Rose shooting in towards a triangle. Nice bit of over-under passing from Libby.
Yeah.
Forcing Rose to scramble.
Again, man, Libby's pressure must be good because Rose has a strong guard. We've seen it, and she's able to like really put pressure here.
Yeah, really forcing Rose into the defensive.
Nice pressuring here.
Rose getting those legs back inside.
Shooting for the triangle, it looks like.
Sits up. This is a good choice when someone's going over under.
There's a guillotine here that Rose is digging for.
But Libby doing a good
Nice
job jumping
job
over
jumping
and
from
forcing
side to
Rose to
side.
defend. Really nice back step by Libby.
Beautiful pressure.
Getting over to the other side.
That is such a nice decision from Libby.
And not quite long enough to stabilize the pass. Getting into that head and arm position
Getting into that head and arm
again.
position. She loves this position.
Man, she's scrappy. Mount.
Mount.
Has Rose got the foot back?
Foot.
Yep.
Nope. Sam has given the point.
Yeah, Rose, Libby into a great position here.
I'm really impressed with Libby's performance.
Yeah, Rose just trying to free up that foot. And this is tight now. She's pulled her up off the ground. She got the submission.
She gets the submission.
Beautiful work by Libby. Yeah, so we are going to present Libby with her giant check as the winner of Kairos. She earns £2,000, which is a nice payday. She had an awesome performance today. Incredibly bright prospect. It'll be great to see what she does in the future. Thank you for watching the event, guys. It has been our pleasure to put this on and showcase some of these ladies and some of these other athletes. If you want to donate to the athletes, there's a button below this or a link below this. All the money raised goes back to them, so please try to support it a bit. And yeah, we've got to do the match of the night as well. We also have a match of the night award, which
also going to give an award
is
for
going
match of the day.
To go.
Okay. So
to-
our match of the day is Martha and Valentina.
Yeah. So Martha and Valentina, the two young juveniles, they put on an amazing performance. Really, really awesome jiu-jitsu from these
An
guys.
exciting match, ladies. Nice. Right. Have a photo.
So we're just going to be finishing up now. So from Chelsea and I, thank you very much for supporting the event. It's been our pleasure to call it. We'll be doing another one of these very, very soon.
We're thinking October time, so
Yeah.
that's when we'll have our next one back, and it is going to be lightweight men.
Under 66 kilo
60 kilo
men, so you might be seeing some of our competitors today returning for that card.
If you have suggestions for athletes you want to see on the card, drop us a comment.
Yep, drop a comment below this stream and we'll do our best again.
Europe-based or easy to get here.
Yeah, and we'll be doing the same thing, trying to make it better as always, trying to improve the sport as best as we can. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. We're going to leave the stream up indefinitely so you can keep checking it back. But yeah, thank you, and we'll see you.
Thank you to all of our sponsors for helping us
Thank
run
you
this event.
very much to 866 BJJ, to Chefs, to Jits Mag, to Bright Stand, to the Jiu-Jitsu Lou podcast.
And Frontier Risks.
And Frontier Risks. And, of course, Escapology and Escapology Online, because that's us. And yeah, check us out. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have an amazing day.